Everyone, welcome, welcome. Please come in. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? Let's see here. Hello, Keys. Hello, Andrew. Honor Noah. Hello, Pi Pi. Hello, Patrick. One of your comments got nuked. YouTube, stop telling people not to say things. I am perfectly capable of moderating my own chat. And it's set to very limited. Yeah, messages in my live chat shouldn't be moderated at all. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling on this, the Wednesday of I didn't plan anything? Yeah, if nothing else, parentheses man will be here to see us through. Hello, Nicholas. How are we doing? How are we feeling on this delightful Wednesday? We're gonna do, you know, a one-off stream of a new game. Yeah, a new game. It's only 7 years old. No. A game we have not done before, partly because I wanted to have it on the channel before. It's been in a couple polls, and it's honestly just never... It's never going to win the poll because it is not well known enough. And it's going up against some heavy hitters, which is fine. I generally abide by what chat says, but I figured since I did not have a plan today, no one could stop me. Actually, let's get over to the game. So we're listening to the delightful intro music while I figure out if chat is in a good place. And I do not know if that's the case. So this is Wildermyth. Well, then happy Thursday to you, Maverick. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, my channel has always been a dictatorship. That has always been true. Music might be a bit too loud. Okay. I can fix that music volume. Let's go ahead. Turn it down. There we go. Alright, I have turned the music volume down just a little bit, and I've done it in-game, so the other sounds should still be loud. But yes, this is Wildermyth, a story-heavy-ish... Hold on, let me pause that, and then the game will briefly freeze while I click into all the wrong places. And then I open it back up, and it will unfreeze. There we go. So this is Wildermyth. It is a game where you follow heroes through an adventure, through years of an adventure doing random stuff. And it's basically so full of procedural generated content things. And it's pretty interesting. So this is what we're doing today. Anyway. Oh yeah, there's also an Omen Road expansion that basically strips out all of the story elements and makes it just like a full roguelike, which I've played a little bit of and is fairly interesting, but we're actually going to do a story. And because this is a new profile that I started for the purpose of this, all we have is the introductory story that is a tutorial. Which sets the enemy. We're gonna leave it at adventure. Well, yeah. Next. And here we go. So, at the start of our game, we're choosing our 3 characters, and these are broadly very, like, modifiable. In that you can change aspects of their history, you can change their appearance and other things. You can, I don't know what aspects is. I'm probably just going to reroll a couple times because I don't want to spend a ton of time on character creation. And it doesn't really matter. Let's see, let's just click a few more times. Here we go. We have our lovable misfits of Jamil, Janoith, and Turtle. Which are certainly names characters could be. And then we press start, and we're into the story. And all of the story is basically told through these, like, comic book style vignettes. So, hello, Grim. This book. There's room in it for another story. It's cold, I'm stuck here. I don't think I'm making it to tomorrow, am I? So here's our boy Turtle. Right then, I guess this must be the beginning. Here in our yondering country, something in the woods is very strange. Genoid. Yeah, I don't know where they pull names from. It's always fine. Apparently his name is Turtle Doom, which is very strange. He is a turtle of doom. Bothered only by a hole in her sock, a young woman named Jamil takes the seasoned road to the town of Windholm. No, Wormdolm? Wormdolm. How to avoid Master Grivish's widow. He'll throw another pot at me. I mean, his daughter had it coming, though, didn't she? Want to get me in a barrel fight? I'll oblige. Simple as that. Breeze is light that day. Birds are timid. In fact, the whole world is taking a breath, ready to leap in the sea. I'm there already, huh? Here's the hard part. Getting Janoth... I really have to decide how to pronounce this name. I probably should have changed the name, but... Getting Janoth out of his house in a timely fashion. How many quips and pranks has he prepared is the question. Or not even that's smoke? Fluttering flames roost among this far-off rooftops. Jamil hurries towards town, thinking of Janoth, a young man whom she's known since girlhood. Okay, and now, as we're introduced to Jamil and Janoth, our first two playable characters, we have to decide how they know each other. So they can be rivals, friends, or romance. Those are the only three options of how two characters know each other. Or the fourth secret option, which is they have no strong feelings about each other whatsoever. But that is not an option in this moment. And the relationships do actually confer benefits. Music has said rivalry, so we will go with rivalry. But yeah, the three relationship types, as they deepen over the game, they actually do confer benefits to the character. To the characters in question, but you kind of just go with whatever. Or maybe not so fine. Ick. Hey, Janoth, you here? And we arrive in the actual gameplay, and it's going to give me the tutorial, even though I have played this before. So basically, characters have two actions. They can move. Moving in the yellow takes one action. Moving in the green takes one action. Moving in the yellow takes two. And of course, as with any narrative protagonists... Actually, can I turn off tutorials? That might actually be an option. That's not what I wanted. Options... Controls, interface... Audio... And we'll muddle through. As with any good RPG protagonist, their hometowns are being destroyed. Huh? The fire didn't reach his house? Figures. Janoth, open up. You have help out here. That idiot. Why is no one... The door unlocks. Janoth shoves it open. Yeah, you, what's... Honestly, wish you would have skipped. Get inside. Your boat. Yeah, I'm going to shoot the fire from my windows. That felt like the safest... Garou. Okay, actually, there's a monster in the garden. Is that okay? They just rampaged in all of a sudden? Why not kill it? Right, so here I've got some tools around. Look, I know we're not best friends, but we still find a reason to see each other. Can you help me fight it off? Hello, hoorays. Alright, and now we are picking... so this is Wildermyth. It is a narrative procedural generated tactical RPG. And now we are deciding the weapon for Jamil. And I already know I'm going to go with pitchfork, because spears are my favorite weapon in this game. Can I have the house if you die? If you don't mind me haunting you. Alright. And now we have actual combat. So Jamil has a spear, so she's going to go over here. When they stand next to each other, they get a little shield icon because they defend better. Open door. Walk outside. And we need to deal... Yes, I know. I just told them that. Let's have Janoth come out here, and... Okay. The enemy is out of range. So these enemies leave this, like, corruption on the ground that hurts you if you try to walk through it. But instead, I'm just going to get a critical hit and kill it in one attack. Listen, I like Dragoons in theory, but in Final Fantasy, they're usually iffy. Alright, so Jamil has properly leveled up into being a warrior, and so we have a couple options for abilities we give. Battle Dance, melee attacks only cost 1 action, so normally when you attack, it ends your turn even if you have actions left. So this could theoretically let her attack twice. Sentinel, so normally warriors get Guardian, so they can attack things that move into their reach. Sentinel lets them also jump as part of guarding. Yeah, I mean, if we want to build her as a tank, taking Sentinel would mean that she can now jump 2 tiles to intercept an enemy. And that does feel very on brand. So yeah, I think we're gonna build Jamil as a Dragoon. And Janoth is now a hunter. Let's see here. Quelling Moss. Melee and ranged attacks apply poison. And he can toss burning moss that applies poison 1 to all units in an area. When standing by a fire, his bow attacks have increased damage and shred. Give him Quelling Moss just because the name is long. Through shot fires a cleverly placed arrow. Yeah, why not? We'll go with Quelling Moss. It's pretty good. Applying poison is nice. And then you get equipment that you can apply to characters. This is a crow feather necklace. Warding basically protects you from magic damage, which I think we'll give to Jamil, because she is... Yes, it is an adorable party roguelike, not to be confused with the Omen Road DLC for this game, which makes it even more of a roguelike by getting rid of all the story. So I'll give this to Jamil to give her magic defense. You're kind of dull, but at least you're strong, Jamil. Wow. The creature's death is quiet. It seems to slip from life in a few stunned, hazy blinks. They'll spend a piece of the day getting the flames under control. The damage isn't as bad as it could have been. Townsfolk emerge from hiding to fight fires and clear debris. Some full of curiosity, others visibly haunted by what they've seen. Turtle must already be waiting for us. I hate to say it, but we should both go. He's at that ruined tower by now, probably talking to spiders or a ghost or something. Or another deer monster. Turtle will... Wow, that's a nightmare. Turtle will be waiting for us. What happened today could be happening everywhere, couldn't it? Something about that tower is just stuck in my mind. It's like when you get apple skin in your teeth. In your mind teeth. Huh? Yeah. Anyway, I just think we said we'd meet him. We should. The tower in the hills, you've been there. Yeah, once. Actually, looking at that tracks, they come and they go that direction. Jamil and Janoth follow the pounded path of monsters' feet, hoping for the best and dreading every other possibility. Yeah, sometimes using Will is fine, especially when, like, the character's name is customized. They probably should have made it Will, just to make it easier on certain names. So anyway, we are now deciding Janoth's relationship to Turtle. Are they friends, or are they romantic? I think... why not? We'll make it gay. A wordless while passes between them, but the quiet only heightens their worry. You've always been a little fond of him, I thought, of Turtle. You mean I have? Oh. Is that true? You know, he's always been shy, afraid of silly things, but it's just due to that imagination of his, and when it counts, he's brave. And plus, it seems like no matter where he goes, we tend to have adventures. Yes, I know, I just said that. Where? Okay, so now I have to go over to scout these woods. And we select who's going to do that, and these two will head over here to scout. Oh, hello. Cat has joined the stream. The previous night, the tower where Turtle had arranged to meet Jamil and Janoth is a place he often used to escape to as a boy. He knows its rooms and floors so well, he could survive being chased through them. And now I wait, I suppose. Dusk gets deep as rain puddles in here. Alive is alive, though. Better not to be maybe if that beast breaks through. Beast? Ah, you're still there. The tower has outlived generations. Weathered and sagging, it defends nothing now, not even from rain. But as the old will tell you, previous things go overlooked in a ruin. What lodges amid the bones of failure is often the dream that drove it. That book, have I never... Yeah, we have fallen in love with this man. We do not know him. Hello, Ventru. I guess you're wondering why I'm talking to myself, eh, Beast? I'm also wondering. Turtle bends to pull it loose, and the book's heavier than its slender spine suggests. Look at all this. It's full of strange stories, the folklore of folk long forgotten. The chained boy gives no great insight. It's the uncomfortable story of a boy shackled to a rock by his parents who sends his spirit free, moving through the links of the chain that bind him. The jester and the jailer is the farcical tale of a condemned court jester. She convinces her guard that the world inside the cell is freedom, and so the dutiful guardsman removes her. Mama Wormdom's horn spins the yarn of a mother who drank so much and laughed so freely that she grew a beautiful spiral horn. Her children were very proud. Turtle reaches the last word of the final tall tale. A few blank pages are left. This book, something in him feels like it's coming loose, but he can't tell exactly what. There's room in it for another story. It's cold. I'm stuck here. Right then, I guess this must be the beginning. Here in our yondering country. Turtle writes, words are ready. Omens have formed in the fabric of everything, and he's beginning to recognize them now. Some are just misgivings. They've crept through his body like sourceless aches one wakes with. Others are more substantial. Now they seem lightning plain, a promise of thunder. For in the wild black woods where birds once belled, a hateful silence turns. Pain lights Turtle's head. Subsides. I made it to the morning? He lowers his bleary eyes. His story lies before him in luminous script, empty pages having sprouted behind it. Why do I feel powerful? And we need to decide on a weapon for our boy, and we're gonna go with the staff, because it's better. Well, Beast, it's time. I'm getting out of here. So, Turtle, our third character, is a mystic. And mystics... anyway, yeah, close. Sorry, keys. To be fair, either weapon we'll get rid of either weapon eventually, and staves are just better. But anyway, mystics have the ability to interfuse with objects in the environment. And from those objects, they can then do magical effects, like constrict this enemy. And so that is... most of the, voluntary magic in this game is interfusing with objects and then attacking enemies with them. And Turtle. Okay, so soul splitting. When Turtle takes damage for each interfused object, he prevents damage and the object takes damage. So that makes it more durable. Yeah, it's basically like Geomancer. Except it also works on, natural... Yeah, which I guess it's very Geomancer-like, in that you interfuse with specific objects and then wield them. Spirit Blade. When allies stand directly adjacent to an interfused object, they gain bonus damage. And Mythweaver, which gives additional interfusions when interfused with ruins, garb, books, or textiles. Kind of thinking Spirit Blade. And then I can interfuse with distant objects so that my allies are stronger. making Turtle almost a support character at that point. And we get a Brooch of Chivalry, which is going to give him more armor, but still not even a single point of it. Okay. More monsters roam the ruined halls and rattle the rotting furniture, but Turtle moves quietly, sensing his way in the dark. Daylight lands on his wrist, cool wind soothes his tired eyes. It's still the same world. He closes the tower door, gentle to make no noise. That was the mystic's art that I did, right, tower? Where'd it come from? Where'd I get it from? Could it have just happened? Is it just one of those things? Yeah, Mr. Glass Cannon going with damage. Listen, I like damage. Things a man's born with that might blossom in his life when he needs them. Only a story is supposed to work that way, and not for someone like me. Turtle? Need to figure out what I can do with this power, how to use it well. Turtle, you're okay? You're okay? You look like... Hey, Turtle, something's happened. Oh, something happened. Janoth, you're here, and you're safe. Good. Oh, sorry, you too, Jamil. Me and this boulder I'm next to only barely survived. Yeah, see that smoke in the horizon? That's from the town. Yeah, that's Wormdolm. It burned? Yeah, damage is sexy. It's all I want. Garoo. Things are different than they were. Yeah, well, I don't know if you've ever seen something quite like this. A monster? Sure we have. We slay monsters. Okay, well, I do magic. Alright. Now we get to do another fight. I'm sick of talking, I'm going in. Don't follow me if you're scared. A perfect understanding isn't likely to emerge. What these beasts are, where they come from, what drove them to attack the town of Wormdolm, but letting them nest here feels like the wrong idea. Unless you really are scared, let's just pick a plan and go with it. Sure, well... back in my house, it was pretty simple. Kill the beast before it kills you, or... Just came out of there. If we're methodical, patient, we can fend them off at least. No, we're gonna go courage. We're gonna go courage and violence. Stop interrupting me with tutorials. Lead with Jamil, because that is her deal. Alright. And I guess we'll go... Let's see here. Janoth. Let's throw some quelling maws. Take that. And... Oh, I probably should have interfused with a closer object so I could get that damage buff. Oh well. I'm gonna use Discus and throw a rock at it. Well, that was easy. Yeah. Yes, I've chosen violence. Violence is all I know. Ooh, a shield? So shield takes less damage from non-flanking attacks. I think I'm just gonna sell this. I'm gonna salvage this for an ingot because no one in my party has a one-handed weapon. And I don't plan on giving them one because one-handed weapons deal less damage. The last misshapen creature folds its bones and dies. Blue fluid darken the dust. Why is it that color? It's not regular blood. It's not, and the thing just calmly shuts its eyes. I would have thought I would have thought I alone could have faced what we... Day drops, day rises, dusk is sweet, the sunrise sweeter. It's not too long before they clean the old tower up a bit. Hello, Blade. I've always liked its weird stairs and stones. And it did save me. We're different now, at least I am. We faced death and we didn't flinch. Maybe this isn't just my idea, but let's not wait to be overrun. We're a company of heroes now. We'll walk the land, we'll fight, people need us. We'll give ourselves a name and make sure it's one they'll sing. FF8 Rando again will be Sunday. So, characters can have two different weapon sets. Janoth has a bow, but he also has a knife in his other hand, so in theory he could have a knife and shield. But, spoiler, I'm never going to switch him to the knife. He's always going to be using a bow. So we can be Plith's Song, the Battalion of the Crone Accused, or the Comrades of the Wooden Thrush. I will say this game, like, randomly generates, like, group names. Zeph's Frosters is very funny. Yeah, all of the, like, procedurally generated names are absolutely wild. Eh. All right, we will go with that because it amused me and I don't care. After that, the three of them are inseparable. Rumors are rampant, heroes are needed. The world will be flooded in sorrows, but its defenders are joined by a fire that night. Here follows the tales of Zeph's Frosters. Be remembered. All right. And here's the thing that happens, is as time goes on, calamities happen, which basically make the enemies stronger. So there are broadly 5 different factions of enemy types, although only 4 of them show up in any given campaign. So, like, the Thrixil will not be in this. And as the tutorial that I don't know how to turn off is pointing out, there are, now that we are out of the pre-chapter... Yeah, hello, hoorays. Glad you could make it. We now have, like, a world map of tiles that we can move through. Some of these, like water, are just not... water's not real. It just represents an area you can't enter. Same thing with mountains. They are not real. That is an ocean. This is a mountain. I mean, obviously, there's nowhere we would go to past this mountain, but in theory, in other ones, the mountains might, like, be in the way and you have to go around them. Anyway, so now we're going to secure this site. So anytime you secure a site, you can go faster, or you can take longer and find an item, and I will 100% of the time be taking longer. And as you do things takes time to do, so we're year 1, spring, day, slowly advancing. If you take too long, additional calamities will occur, and enemies will continue to get stronger. So you have to find a balance between taking your time and accomplishing things. Here I have to go hydrate with unsalted illusions. Okay. But yeah, as you take time, bad things will continue to happen. So you have to find a balance between what you do and do not do. And dodge, I think I'll give that to Janoth, since he's our hunter. I'm gonna save defensive upgrades for Jamil. Anyway, back over to Wormdolm, and we can recruit a new character. And we found her. It didn't take long to trek back to Wormdolm, and the town still seemed like the best bet for finding another able pair of hands. Wait. It's you, from the Heroes? That's not what we call ourselves. I gave you a name. Anyway. Anyway, I was hoping you'd come back. What, did we miss a few gorgons? Oh, everything's fine, and that's just it. It's been quiet in Wormdolm so far, but I heard those things you said, that talk of becoming beloved figures of legend. Oh, saying water isn't real. Yes, stay hydrated. Whether real or fake, drink water. And it stuck with me more than I would have thought. Is that how we put it? Possibly, forming a company of heroes can get one a little riled up. You were right, though. You imagine how you want people to remember you, if they'll even remember you, and what you're doing feels like how I might want to be remembered. Well, we could use another fighter on our side if you're game. Oh, fantastic. I'm glad you offered. Not the most heroic start to a career, having to beg for the job, now is it? Far be it from us to turn you down, then. And now, as this will be our 4th character, we get to choose her class, which we did for the other 3 before the game even started. And I'm kind of thinking... Yeah, I was kind of thinking Mystic as well. My initial thought was Warrior to have another frontliner, but I think another Mystic might be good. And then we can make Turtle be, like, supportive and make Layla be offensive. What's best to have 2 from the start? Honestly, they're all good. Warriors tend to be the best, like, frontline. Hunters can hit from range, and Mystics have a variety of, like, support and damage options. So I think I am going to make her a Mystic. And hopefully get options to give her good offenses. Anyway, now I have to prepare... I have to train her to be a Mystic. And that will get her to level 1 Mystic, and we have what? Open Mind. She can interfuse with 1 additional target. So normally you can only interfuse with 2 things at once. Spirit Blade I already have. Indignance. Layla's presence is charred. Okay. All of these are kind of bad. Spirit Blade's kind of redundant with Turtle. And Indignance, I don't want her near... You know what I could do? I could be silly, and I could actually make her a melee character. Because despite their focus on magic, Mystics can still equip, like, weapons, shields, and some heavy armor. So if I give her Indignance and give her, like, a decent weapon, she could actually just walk into melee combat. So yeah, let's go Indignance. And just hopefully get her, like, some form of one-handed melee weapon and a shield. Yeah, Battle Mage, exactly her A's. So Layla's gonna be the Battle Mage. On the road to Arthen Mine. Some kind of mud pit over here. Real stinky one. Says it's muddy. Yeah. Red Mage build. Yeah, exactly. Hey, you ever think about farming? Well, I mean, if we weren't fighting all the time, and actually we didn't need to, if you had a bit of land like this, what kind of things would you grow? Onions. Big juicy ones. Bet it'd be fun pulling them up. Could have an onion pulling contest. Yeah, you get it. I'd go with potatoes, probably. Something easy to make a meal out of. Boiled, mashed. Hey, Jaynoth, what about you? What would you grow? Huh? I guess I'd... Beans, beans, and more beans. Plants are kind of dull, you know, rather grow goats. I like goats. Goats are good. You know goats are nature's entertainers, right? Bet we could pull some big crowds, me and my goat troop. Goat buds, I'd call them. Watch them dance, hear them sing. If that's what you really want. I mean, we could do it together. Sun's getting low. Ah. Sun is getting low. Sure is. Did I hear it was muddy ahead? She said so, Layla. And Jaynoth gets plus 0.4 potency for whatever reason. Alright. Ooh, it's a little spirit. Okay, so spirits are fun little creatures that run away from you, and if they stay up, they're basically crystal lizards from Dark Souls. They run away from you, and if they get away, they disappear. But if you do stupid things and are able to get close enough to them, they will give you, they will imbue your weapon with an elemental trait. So I'm gonna run Jaynoth up, and I'm gonna get him a water bow. Because the water bow will be slightly better, and when he stuns, which is just critically hitting, he will get an action point back. That does leave him a little vulnerable because he's all by himself up there. But it's usually worth it. Anyway, let's move you over here. Turtle, let's... Actually going to interfuse this to give her a bonus. And then move up here, because then Indignance just kills it for me. Which I definitely remembered she had. That definitely wasn't a lucky coincidence. And then we'll just throw a discus at these two. Ow. Get wrecked. And then I'll just, like, explode this and see if it kills them both. Okay. One enemy left. Okay, good job, Jaynoth, on the not dying front. And we attack and we're done. Okay. So we found some armor for warriors. It will make her slower, but not in a meaningful way, because 4.8 and 4.3 are both 3. Or are both 4. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the way they made Mystic work. They can basically just throw a bunch of stuff in, and you can just use it. Because it makes for very fun environments. Valiant Bracing. When guarding, individual gains 1 armor and 1 warding until the start of their next turn. I mean, there's no downsides to taking it. It technically reduces her speed, but not in a way that actually impacts her speed. And I can replace it later if I need to. Okay, so they've gotten stronger. We're going to secure the mine. We're going to find an item because we're always going to take the extra time to get a free item. Even though it will result in things like this, where piles will get infested, monsters will get stronger. It will compound over time, but I don't care. We're going to make it work somehow. A thorough delving through the mysteries of Arth and Mine has proved rewarding. I was mostly just messing with stuff, to be honest. Arth and Mine will return to the hands of the common folk. While they tend it, the site will provide resources at the end of each chapter. 2 ingots. And a Fern Shadow Brooch, which gives dodge chance, which, you know what? Let's just make Jainoth untouchable. We're just gonna make him untouchable. And Wildermyth stand. Has anybody seen any stray tentacles yet? The fog is so thick I can barely see anything. We'll probably hear gorgons before we see them at this rate. Maybe. Ooh. That's an awfully pretty patch of flowers to be in a gloomy place like this. Funny shape they're in now that you mention it. It's not just me, right? That's a giant flowering footprint. This rings a bell. I remember a drawing of this very clearly, but the context is... Give me a minute. What was that? Woom woom. There's something moving through the forest. Something huge. Hang on, we're near Buckroost Boilers, right? Oh no. The Strider of Buckroost Boilers? What? A giant of terrible beauty dooming those who look upon it. And you're just remembering this now? Did you say Doom? Turtle, Doom is literally your last name. Maybe calm it down. Alright, so, we have the option to look at the thing that we're not supposed to look at, or to flee. And you know we're gonna... Yes, Matt, yeah. And you know we're gonna look at this. It could be funny. Are you sure we should go chasing after whatever is huge enough to make that print? We're not afraid of some stompy things in mist. Come on. Stomping and mist are fine. It's more the doom part. Again, Turtle, that is your last name. This would be easier if I could see more than 10 feet in front of my face. Whom Grog, the Gorgons, the Strider. And Jamil gets to see it. And everything is fine. Ooh. Come to me, brave one. Oh, we've got a Doom on our hand. Alright, well, I think she has a Doom eyeball now. I think maybe it'll explain after the after the combat what the Doom eyeball is for. Yeah, it's Layla Mist, Turtle, Doom are our 2 mystics. Alright, put you there. Oh, thought that was someone else. Doom. Maybe we open this door? Oh, I found him. Okay, what I want to do... Okay, let's interfuse with this and shackle the raccoon. Looks like I just went out of my way. And then... you... Jump over here. You... Can I interfuse? No, I cannot interfuse all the way over there. Maybe I shouldn't have moved our boy directly into the middle of the enemies. Well, I'll move Turtle over here to get some defense boosting. And then we'll throw some quelling moss to poison. Okay. Ow. Dude. You back. Shoot, make it more poisoned. Jamil has become a Seath. So sad. Super popular Final Fantasy. You know? Kinda does. What will you give me? Oh, you'll give me Steel Fire. I'll take Steel Fire. And then throw it at the enemy. And then... I'll move up here to get the free damage from Indignance. Don't actually think she can hit anything from where she is, which is unfortunate. Oh, no, wait. I can discus at this range. Cool. There we go. Ooh, we got Stunt Chance. Beat a game if you do nothing but heal buff your allies. Interesting. Let's see here. Go ahead and give that to Jamil. Stunt Chance is basically critical hit chance. And I would have given it to Janoth because he has the bow that does a thing on stunt, but he apparently already has something there. Someday people will move back to Buck Roost boilers. The Gorgon slime will run off into the rivers and back to the sea. Children will find homes for spirits here. Young women will build barns alongside their sweethearts. Old women will trade in iron and salt. There's also Darkest Dungeon. You know, I don't know why there's just random tentacles everywhere. Sometimes there just are. And at the end, the oldest will die peacefully in their beds, the way it should be. You seem quite keen on it all, thinking of staying. It's too late for me. Adventure's been stirred in my blood. The best we can do is keep moving and hope to leave peace in our wake. Okay, it did not tell us what Doom Eyeball does, so hold on, let me... Leaf Mark? Leafy Crest blooms from Jamil's head, so recovery rate increase. So yeah, one thing is you don't automatically heal after combat. You heal over time. Which means we're gonna slowly heal while I secure this area. That's just the first time we've taken damage. That gets us Hides and Spell Thread. Ooh, more health. I think I'm gonna give that to Layla, since I want her to be melee, and Mystics understandably don't have the best melee stats. I think just getting her more health should be good. Okay, so at the end of certain periods of time, natural calamities will occur. And we do get legacy points as we do things that we can use to cancel some of these. But it's early enough. I'm going to save those legacy points because they're useful for a lot of things. So I'm just going to let those bad things happen. And as you can see, you get more calamities for like the main antagonist of the story than you do the tertiary antagonists. But they will all get stronger as this goes until we beat it. Oh, actually, looking over, let me just realize, let me move chat over here, I think? Just so you can see the characters on the left-hand side. Let's see here. Yeah, the healing thing, like, it's mostly fine, because, like, Jainoth is already fully healed, and I didn't have to do anything. The biggest thing is if a character, like, gets reduced to 0, they have to, like, go to a nearby town and have to rest and heal, and it takes a little bit. Whereas normally they just sort of heal, but if they really get the crap kicked out of them, it actually takes time. So I kind of like it in the system, because I think it works well for this. Hold on. Just realized I forgot to relock this. Hold on. Just clicking into all the wrong things. There you go. Hello, potato. Not that I care too much, but shouldn't Jamil be back by now? Think something's got her? This peddler may know. Oh, peddler man? Who? Pardon us, Lord Bobbleseller. We're wondering if you've seen a lady pass this way, armored and strong-elbowed. Well, firstly, I'm not selling anything. Could have been any time in the past couple days. Where are you coming from? Small village near what we used to call Briardolm Glade. It's not... Briardolm Glade's where she was headed? Giving it a look, but you never saw her? Sorry, no, but listen. Folks have been disappearing back there. I don't know what's got into them. But it's not safe. I've packed my things and I'm heading out. The man and his cart roll along. Maybe something really did get her, huh? That's possible, I guess. Then we get her back. Come on. Anything? No, you. No, it's a little village, but I doubt they all packed and left. From a gully among the rocks rises a brief gust of voices. Hear that? Come, great one, great one, come. Does this normally work for you? Hush up, you. Yeah, hush. We've brought your gift. Spare us. Jamil? The urgent cries and amber torchlight are easy to follow in an otherwise still night. Jamil's cage is makeshift but sturdy. This is a sacrifice, isn't it? Shh. Not if we stop it. So, we can attempt to reason with them, or we can beat the crap out of them. Let's beat the crap out of them. You should run. See that rowdy badger brain you've locked up? Well, she's mine to deal with, not yours. Not one step closer. The Great One demands sacrifice. All our lives are at stake. Wrong. I think it's just yours. From within the cave, a blue gale grows, and a hungry growl echoes. Idiot, now it's too late. We can only hope it will save itself on you. Oh, and we still have to deal with you. Oh, and we don't have our warrior. So that's fun. I'm gonna have to... Alright, okay, so I think I'm not gonna move him. I'm gonna interfuse with this table. And then interfuse with this rock. And then I'm gonna throw a disc at them. That way I can move Jainoth over here to get the Spirit Blade buff. Take out that one. And then we'll move you over to also get the buff. And then we'll Bone Lance. No. No reasoning with me. Ow. Okay, well. Jainoth and Jamil are not messing about. Ooh, gosh. That was a lot more damage than I thought it would be. Alright, maybe reasoning was correct. Oh, he's big. Oh, look at him. Look how big he is. Oh, he's big. Oh, he's big. What's... Interesting. Alright, you... I need you to go away, because you're very large. Alright, I'm gonna grab this, move down here, and then wild grasp it. Okay, a dodge. That's not what I wanted. This thing did spit out fire, which I do appreciate, because I can just interfuse with the fire. Interesting. Wish I'd known that. We can just throw the fire at her, remove her from the equation, and now we just have the biggest boy. Okay, everyone's still fine-ish. Okay, so you... I'm gonna move up here. interfuse with this fire. And then, when infused, grant a free melee attack to a nearby ally to attack. Okay, and then I will... Wait. Burning Arrow. When interfused with blaze, grant a free ranged attack to a nearby ally. The attack creates a blaze on the target. So if I do that... Anyway... I don't know. Like I'm clicking the wrong button. There we go. Oh, that dealt a lot of damage, actually. And Lover's Vengeance. Cool. Okay. Well, that was easier than I expected. Turns out that creature was not as resistant to fire as it probably should have been before it threw out a bunch of very interfusible fire. Yeah, Lover's Vengeance is the boon you get for lovers, where if one of the lovers is hurt in battle, the other one gains a damage bonus. We'll give more warding to you. The Great One is extinguished, reduced to ash. The fools who fed it on the flesh of innocence have paid with their lives. Jamil and the rest make a wary return from the cave in the gully. So how much money did the others have to bribe you to rescue me? Just don't be surprised when you see my new villa. Just don't be surprised if it burns down. There's simply no bacon anywhere? Oh, that's so sad. Dawn climbs onto the distant hills as a young man approaches. Let me first thank you, strangers. My name's Awir Rowanspit, and my parents were among the first sacrificed by that man and his posse. All of us wound up under their thumb. Now that they're gone, I think all of us are going to pick up and leave these cursed stones behind. I get it. Sometimes forgetting is the only way forward. You're welcome to take what we can't carry. Use it well, and remember that you will always have our gratitude. Though I'm sure you won't recall our names and faces, we'll cherish yours. Yeah, it's there's simply too much bacon. We need all of it. I don't really eat bacon, so I have nothing to do with this. Turns out to be a cold morning. Clouds churning up from the east devour the sun. Jamil and the others head out after salvaging some of the things that the villagers leave behind. The lair of the Great One will be overgrown with weeds, and the atrocities committed there will one day pass from memory. The bones of these abandoned buildings will long stand as a testament to the danger of fear, the poisonous desperation it builds. Hides and ingots. Cool. And we secure the site, and as ever, we take the extra time to get a free item. Boop, boop, boo. 3 heartwoods. Ooh, and some grave pelt pauldrons. Well, let's give those to Layla. She's gonna need some defense. At some point, I actually need to... Can I... You can... There are places where you can, like, shop, but I don't think any of these... I could... You know what? Yeah, let's... I'm gonna head back here and craft. Specifically for Layla, because I'd like her to have an actual, like, weapon that is not a spoon. So... We have a lot of one-handed options. We have swords, which damage and the range and the stun damage and all of these. The dueling sword's a little weaker, but it has a higher stunt chance. Yes, there are crossbows in the game. I don't have the fabrics needed to make them, but yes. There are a variety of weapons that all work a little differently. I mean, if we're going like a red mage, I think we have to go dueling sword. And it's pretty cheap. Yeah. You gotta go dueling sword. Meanwhile, I'll have the other 3 begin scouting out this area. Huzzah. And then we'll have them patrol. And Layla has her new sword, so now she can rejoin the party. Huzzah, we've gotten rid of the infestation. Yeah. It's one of those, like, dueling swords are also just good generally, but... so I could have crafted her a shield. The only thing is the, like, lantern she's holding gives her warding for magic defense, and it takes up the shield slot. So I feel like that is better for her than the basic than the shields you get. This looks like a good place to camp for the night. Are you okay, Layla? Huh? Oh yeah, sorry, was lost in thought. Looks like some dark ones. Well, I guess I just never expected that this would be my life. Layla, you talk about this every time we have a scene with you. Maybe you don't want to be an adventurer. Did I ever tell you that I used to work as a weaver? The loom looks complicated, but once you learn how it all fits together, you can focus on the pattern you want to make. It felt good, crafting things, and now I use these hands to destroy. Actually, I have an idea for those skills. You two are still awake? Awake? Oh well. But behold! Is that a diorama of the attack site? Sure is. Wait, is this to scale? Should be. Now see, the layout here lends itself perfectly to this sort of trap design. You're not wrong, it's pretty clever. Too bad we don't have time to rig it up. Later still. Are you serious? Let's just hope it was worth the sleep deprivation. Alright, so so these two are both tired, so they have less dodge and block. But Layla has gained the rampaging boulder abilities for this fight. Yeah, the lantern's kind of a magic shield. It also makes sense, because red mages can't always equip shields in Final Fantasy. It's kind of inconsistent. Let's see. What do we want to do here? I mean, we have to use rampaging boulders, right? Oh, I see. And I like, yeah. Because it's funny. Oh gosh, yeah, it was pretty funny. Wait, that didn't even take her full turn? Incredible. Yeah, the enemy designs are really good, and there will be more of them as calamities continue to compound. Let's hit you first. All right. So Layla has really earned her place in this fight by killing two of the enemies immediately. I'm gonna interfuse with this. I don't know if I can actually reach this enemy over here. No, I cannot. That's okay. I'm gonna have everyone move all next to each other. Turn. Move you up here. Rude. Okay, this thing is resistant. Oh yeah, under the like the red bits are their HP. The blue bits are like physical defense that reduces the damage physical attacks deal. And this one doesn't have any pink things, but those are the same but for magic. No. No. All of these just have splinter blast, which is not the best. I mean, I guess it has shred and pierce. So it deals damage and reduces their physical defense. Okay. Alright. I wasn't sure if there were any more enemies behind this gate over here. Jamil and Jainoth are close to leveling. River Scale. That is another tier 1 armor for Jamil. Less armor, more warding, more accuracy, bonus damage. Are there difficulty options? Yes. We're on Adventure, which is like the standard difficulty, but I think there's 2 higher difficulty settings after that. Do I want this? I don't think so. So I think I'm just gonna salvage it for the ingot that it is worth. Hey, you know what? That wasn't so bad, was it? Did kind of black out, but I'll remember this part. You know me, easy victories, peaceful respites. This stuff gets me antsy. We could all just go our separate ways today. You ever think that? Today we did the best we could hope for. Let's be content with that and go live our well-earned lives. Don't you almost want to? Okay, and now we have introduced the Bogmore, which will be a new enemy type we'll have to deal with. Find an item, because we always find an item. And we get 2 heartwoods for that, and offhand with poison. So we could replace the spectral lantern, but I do like having her having that warding. Yeah, I think we just convert that into spell thread. And improved stunt chance. We'll give that to Jainoth because his weapon has an extra effect when he stunts. When he be stunting on foes. Oh, hold on. I did not mean to click continue. On the farthest outreaches of Cronefield, I'll just do one last sweep over the next ridge there and call it good. I think we've seen just about everything there is to see in this area. Yes, stunt is critical. I'm not actually sure why they called it something else, but it is the same thing. Wait, who goes there? I'm armed. Show yourself. Self. Oh. Interesting. What the blazes? That's not funny. Stop it. Who are you? What are you? I'm Jamil. I'm Jamil. I'm just Jamil of Wormdolm. No, I'm Jamil of Wormdolm. You're some sort of changeling. I remember my childhood. I broke my leg when I was 7. It was a hard life. I had this little blue blanket. Well, that was my blue blanket. How could you know about that? What are you doing here? I was on patrol, just doing one last sweep. I was about to call it good. Wow, I'm hot. You have my memories, you have my thoughts. It's like there's 2 of me. Okay, so if there's really me, then maybe we can talk this out. I need to get away from this thing now, or I need to destroy it. Ooh. The tempting choices. Do we chill? Do we run? Do we commit violence against ourselves? Let's chat it out. Why not? Okay then, Jamil of Wormdolm. Let's take this nice and easy, huh? Except the shadow. Your weapons? But those are my weapons. How did you get my weapons? They're our weapons, I suppose? You are me, or I'm you, maybe both. We don't just look the same, we have the same memories. I knew an old soldier once, crazy, with a wooden leg. What was his name? Old Trya? Ha! Her name was Old Trya. Nice try, but I don't think you can trick me. You have my memories, you know my thoughts, it's like there are 2 of me. Oh, and now we get the exact same question again. Well, we're gonna be chill and friendly. Okay, Jamil of Wormdolm, let's be friends. My thoughts exactly. So now that there's 2 of us, what do we do about it? I don't know, I'm not sure we can both go back to the others. Good point. That might get a little confusing. And can you imagine Jainoth? He would go completely nuts if there were 2 of us. You know what I have secretly always wanted to do? Of course I do. Start a second adventuring team to protect the Yondering Lands. There's so much more to be done. But I can't leave the company. I'm needed here. But with 2 of us, one could stay with the group, while the other starts a new group. It's perfect. But who goes which? Draw lots? There you are, Jamil. We were getting worried. Yeah, we thought you might have gotten lost. Quite the contrary. I think you could say I found myself. Alright, well. I don't know. Jainoth is taken. How you get whisked into the Fey Realm. Yep. Well, goodbye. Goodbye, one Jamil, and hello, a Jamil. Okay, sure. I'll just let these happen. Why not? Now we'll get to fight bears. It's gonna be great. Which one stayed? I didn't seem to be ever indicated, which I assume is intentional. Alright. Great. This is the final fight of this chapter. None of us knew what had changed the beast who roamed our lands. I turned into a weird game. Yeah, we're being silly. We knew something lived inside them. Blue, burning hate that frenzied them, then left them still. A stone sentence worse and more deadly than any venom. Today we would finally find out where it came from, and why it wouldn't stop. Well, Tando Pillar looks mostly intact, but we should still stay ready. Turtle, anything? I'm just hoping you stay mostly intact. No risks, right? Personally, I'm hoping for a few of them gangrel deer things. Fun to knock down. Their approach to the town of Tando Pillar is completely silent. Yeah, it's possible there's like a follow-up event with other Jamil. I do not know. Okay. Well, let's just run all the way up here. Alright, no enemies visible yet. Send you up there. And you there. Yes, these are gorgons. I think they lean more into the turning things to stone angle than being hot snake ladies. You go there. No, to be fair, I think there are snake ladies, but they're a higher level monster that has not yet appeared. We shouldn't be here. We need to leave. Unforgivable. And how many more are there? There's tracks. They go up to that barn door. Wait, shh. You hear that? Whatever did this could still be inside. Garou. Yeah, no Hades Qduza, but I believe there are big snake ladies. It has been a while since I played this, so I could be mistaken, but... Oop. Probably shouldn't have moved her that far forward, but I did, and we're gonna have to live with that. Okay. Oh, Turtle is so far away. Yeah, speaking of petrification, Oh, okay, there's an enemy there, enemies back here, okay. And we have Big Toad. Alright, so... First thing is I would like Turtle to not be all the way on his own. We'll interfuse with this Blaze, because I would like Layla to get a damage bonus. And then I would like Janoth to get a damage bonus. Yes, I understand this, so that's fine. Alright, the Big Toad is dead. Let's move you here. And let's move you over here, so they can be shielding each other, and I'll get the damage bonus. And then I think I'll just let the enemy come to me a little bit. Because they're kind of all over the place, so I don't want to get too separated. Can you one-shot that? No, you cannot. Maybe you can one-shot it after a Splinter Blast? I think that's still out of one-shot range. Well, it would be, but I got a crit, so it's not out of one-shot range. And then we'll advance with you. Grab the stone and discus. Come on. Right. And then you can go here. And Sentinel. Oh, right. He got his action point back. I forgot. Because he's stunted, he gets his action point back. Don't think I can actually do anything with that action point. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this game. I hope more people play it. Ow. Rude. Because it is very, very fun. I don't have anything I can interfuse to actually deal damage to those. What wonder what that does. Okay, hold on. You go over here. Curious, can I... Ooh, very durable. Only teaching you about flanking now. Yeah. The tutorial could maybe use some work. Okay. And I guess I just move you here. Can I... I've lit that. I don't think that actually does anything. And then I'll move you... here. I really need Layla. I think Layla, the big thing Layla is suffering from right now is she's very slow. Which is really, ooh, ow, that hurt. I don't appreciate that. So she's kind of struggling to get near enough to enemies to actually be as effective as I'd like. Oh, I forgot she has Indignant. She is Indignance. Whack him. It's a stunt chance. I'm just moving them all next to each other so they get more defense. I have moved the fire. I don't know that that's helpful, but I've done it anyway. Ow. Party's getting a little more beat up than I'd like. Alright, well, she crit. And because Janoth and Jamil are rivals, when Jamil gets a crit, Janoth's critical hit chance is also increased. And yes, it does just keep happening back and forth, where they're basically just trying to constantly one-up each other. Rivalry is good, it turns out. Right, now to the bar. So, lovers, they deal increased damage if their lover has taken damage. Rivals, they have a higher crit chance if their rival has crit. And friends, I think the, defense bonus that you get for being next to each other is increased when you're friends. Yes, yeah. We should have some enemy in this barn. Just have to kind of get over there. Because turns out, barn is far away. And as is usually a really good idea to do, I'm just gonna have the party just hang out right in front. So characters can have as many relationships with... they can have multiple relationships with, different characters, but they only have one relationship with a given character. So Janoth and Jamil are rivals. They cannot be friends and they cannot be lovers. Alright. Okay. Open door. Alright. So we got our big gorgon. And let me interfuse this stack because it'll actually... Interfusing with objects actually lets you see from their perspective. Layla. Sentinel. Yeah, there's a wall there. Great, we're just gonna turtle up in a 2x2. And we stunt. Okay. You... Go ahead and move over here, because flanking. Then... How can I move you? I can move you... Good hit from there. I'm gonna move her up here. It's a little risky. And by a little, I mean kind of a lot risky. But that way I can interfuse with this barrel, which will give her the Spirit Blade buff. Ooh, it's It's not as much damage as I'd like. And then I'm going to move him here for the defense. Yeah, that's an important rule, Potato, is you're not allowed to be friends with your significant others. It's simply not a thing that happens in the real world, ever. Tragic, I know. Now I'll just explode the barrel to deal some damage and shred some of that armor. Okay. Ow. Ooh, okay, Turtle, my guy. I'm gonna need you to not die here. I'm gonna interfuse with this, and then I'm gonna have him run away. So he's a little bit out of range, so he's not gonna die. Because he currently has 1 HP. And that way I can still move Jamil over here and get an attack in. And I can move Janoth over here, get the attack bonus and get an attack in. And yeah, they're just like, them being rivals is working out really well, because they're just stunting off each other the entire fight. Ooh, speed. Ooh, that's what I wanted to give. I wanted to give speed to Layla, but she already has something that gives her more armor. That's fine. I'll give the speed to Jamil. Her being faster is also useful. Alright, Janoth has leveled up, so we can get Quelling Moss, which increases the poison his attacks and Quelling Moss throwing ability do. Piercing shots have Pierce 2, which basically means they bypass 2 points of armor. Through Shot lets him shoot through enemies, or Bard reduces the cost of recruit jobs and gives everyone a higher stunt chance. Tough picks. These are all pretty good. Through Shot's a little difficult to use because enemies don't often stand in lines. Yeah, no, all of the relationships are useful. Yeah, Bard is nice for his that's true, for his rivalry. You know what? Sure. Let's make him a Bard. Okay, Jamil. So upgrade to Sentinel. So Sentinel interrupts enemy movement. She hasn't really been using Sentinel as a problem. Stalwart as a swift action. Jamil can enable, which grants +3 armor and boarding, but reduces her speed by half. I'm not the biggest fan of that. After a successful kill, Jamil's allies gain +2 speed for this and the following turn. Yeah, it's definitely Wolf Call, because that just makes everyone faster when she kills things, which she does a lot of, because she deals good damage. We shouldn't have come here. What? Hey, Turtle, it's alright. It's dead. It's certainly not your standard plow mule. The hulking carcass steams from its many wounds. Hideous convulsions course along its appendages to the extremities of its body. Then... oh. It's grabbed Janoth. No, Janoth! The thing's tremendous tail flicks across the barn. It plucks up Janoth like he's a straw doll, his weapons falling uselessly from his hands as it pulls him in. Janoth, don't panic. A voice leaks from Janoth's mouth. It's a wrong voice, weird and discordant, like someone fretting and plucking a fiddle who's never plucked one up. Still yourselves, bone stacks. This one speaks my words. I can make it die. You are not alike to us, weak lungs and small minds, stacks of splintering bones, thin blood that will so readily betray you. Why flail for your lives? Why so noisy? Tell us what you want, we'll exchange it for Janoth. You think I flail for life as you do? I am Gorgon, the Master Ulstrix has promised us. Silence. The voice dissolves into a sound like rain of distant waves. Wriggling grips tighten. A tentacle invades Janoth's ear. Stop! Turtle leaps forward, and in an instant a rusty saw leaps off its iron hooks, metal ribboting and rippling loudly. Stop, I said. The saw slices into the neck of the great beast. Janoth falls free of its tendrils. As Layla and Jamil rush over to make certain of the Gorgon's demise, Turtle braces the man he cares for in his arms, coaxing him back to awareness. I don't know what I'd do if I'd lost you, Janoth. A strange stony affliction spreads from Janoth's ear. Janoth? This isn't over. I saw its mind. Jainoth takes the stone from Layla's palm, turning in front of his eyes, catching slender sunbeams that slice the barn wall. The strange polyhedral stone is stuck with gorgon blood. Epichrist. Each face is graven with an intricate image. The word in the gorgon's head was Epichrist. This town, Tando Pillar, these petrified people, even this monster. Tadpoles in a toad pond, right? Does that make sense? The Epichrist glistens sticky and blue. The gorgons have a master. Ulstrix, it's called. It's looking for something, some myth or secret. I think the riddle is in this stone. I think we have to find out what Ulstrix wants, and make sure he doesn't get it. Alright, so Jainoth has lost some charisma, gained some loner, and Turtle has gained a retirement age. Or his retirement age has increased. Because in the longer campaigns, your characters will retire. Because they are going to get old. So anyway, we have completed Chapter 1, 10 Years of Peace Fall. Hold on. Back. Can I click up here? Nope. I skipped over something I didn't mean to. Yeah, the Gorgons are basically mind flayers that corrupt things by inflicting them with stone. The Gorgon's mark grew and crusted over to cover one side of Jainoth's face. It would be a grim reminder of the encounter that day in the Tando Pillar barn. Jainoth and Layla were stopped by a passing fellow, a former resident of the abandoned village in Senialland, Timberland, where the Great One once feasted. He said their intervention, bloody though it had been, saved countless lives. Layla, who'd wrestled with her actions that day, rested more easily after that. Rumors abound that Jamil is leading a new adventuring team out in the wilds of the Yondering Lands, yet somehow she has remained with Zeph's thrusters the whole time. The fighting instincts that served Jamil so well on the battlefield served her slightly less well in the taverns. She was only permanently banned from one of them. Now we have transformations. So we have, Jamil has her eye. She has that third eye that's made of plants. So in theory, I could let her transformation advance to give her Entangle, which as a swift action, to grab her foe ally and move them to a specified tile. It sucks because she's gonna lose her right arm, which means she won't be able to use a big spear, but she could still use a regular spear. And having a free action that lets you move friends or foes is so much, like, tactical control over the battlefield. I think it has to be a yes. It's not my favorite, but it is genuinely very, very good. Also, what does his Gorgonoid Thrust do? Nothing, mechanically. Okay. Yeah, now she only has one arm, and her other arm is vines. But she has the ability to move things around, whether they want to be moved or not. Okay. So first thing I want to do is a lot of these characters are still wielding like their non-magic weapons, like the basic stuff. So first, I really want to get her a better spear. I would love to go for 2-armed spears. You'd think the crest would screw with his arm and hit rate. You'd think so. I'm actually kind of surprised it doesn't. But no, at this point it's just cosmetic. I know that transformation can also advance. But at least for now, it is just it is just a cosmetic change. So we go with the gray spear, so that she has a 2-star spear. Next, I really want Layla to get better armor. And I think, what is her speed? So Mage Plate gives her more armor, but makes her even slower. This gives armor, warding, and potency. Feral Memory. When Layla is below half health, she gains +1 potency. Do any of these make her faster? I assume probably not. Which failing. So one thing is, to craft new armor, you have to spend resources that you get from securing sites, but you can also spend legacy points that you accumulate to replace that, which is why I'm looking at these even though I don't have the resources for them. And I think I actually am going to get her this because it gives her speed, armor, warding, spell damage, and a dodge chance. Which is really good for her running into melee combat, even though she's a mage. Turtle. Turtle, do you have anything? Throft gives potency. Sure. And then I kind of want to see if I can get a better staff. 11 legacy points that is a lot of legacy points. Normally I would probably have spent some on making the enemies weaker, so they didn't get as strong as they did. But I decided I didn't really care that much. So I'm actually kind of thinking, I know I said no to the spoon earlier, but I'm actually kind of thinking I'm gonna give Turtle a wand so he has his other hand free. Because he's more there to give Spellblade boosts than actually deal damage himself. Yeah. Our mages are going to be shielding it up. And let's see. Give him a throwing axe. Are any of these interesting besides just having a shield? Giving him a throwing knife would be funny. But yeah, I'm just gonna give him a basic shield just so he has a shield. So bow, probably he did. Well, actually, I can't really buy a better bow for him because it would cost a lot of legacy points, and I do kind of want to save those. But he did get a tier 1 bow from interacting with that elemental spirit earlier, so he already has a better bow. And then I do want to spend that LP to give him some better armor. I just need to figure out. That's better speed, better armor warding. Ooh, I actually kind of like this. It costs 4 LP, but it gives Swashbuckler, so on killing an enemy, plus 20 stunt chance until stunned. And he and Jamil are rivals, so they stunt off each other. And he's a bard, so he stunts off that, so we're gonna go with that. I think I've said the word stunt too many times, but basically now he's even more stunty. Jamil fell into the work of deciphering the Epicryst. If this is true, it hasn't always gone smoothly, and progress has mostly dripped along. The meaning of the weird stone have remained inscrutable for years. But today, something in her research slides into place. I suppose to sway an ancient people, and she can now guess where their enemies might be. It explains why we've had a few years of relative peace. No, you're not getting it. Let me put it more simply. Imagine you're trying to raise an army. What's the first thing you do? Stunting of stunts. Raise an army? Right, an army, out of just normal folks. I'd suppose I'd cook a magic feast. I mean, a big feast, right? But instead of turkey, there'd be some kind of mind control poultry? A symbol. You'd want a symbol to rally support, wouldn't you? Especially if your people are ancients and set in their ways. So you're saying our Ulstrix, our master of Gorgons, needs this thing? What is it? Some kind of divine spear as a symbol to help convince the other Gorgons to follow it? Yes, that's what I believe. And why does it need it to do that? Why does it need the spear, or why does it need the support of others like it? What is Ulstrix? You want to go ask the Epicryst? It's a rock. I was able to find other records of Epicrysts. Rubbings, that was my first clue. An Epicryst is like an ancient storytelling device, a way for telling a time-honored myth, but maybe in a different order or fashion. That's what I think. But anyway, sorry, I'm getting swept up. I checked the story elements here against some of our older legends. You know that tall tale? Kind of a poem or a song in some places? Queen of the Seas? No, but get to the point. Our stone tells almost the same story. Almost, and according to our version, the spear was laid to rest in a named cave. It's on one of our maps. So what gives us an advantage, right? We know where it is. But they've got a pretty big head start, so I don't know if it has anything to do with this, but Gorgon sightings are picking up again. Now seems like a good time for us to get started. We've all changed, remember? All the havoc those things caused, and we couldn't stop them. But we're ready this time, aren't we? Whether we win or not, we're proud, we're together, and we're free. The shadows deepen. All enemies will draw an extra monster every turn. And now the map has expanded. We're over here for some reason. Okay, so first on our list is we want to go to the shop. Or not the shop. We want to go recruit a new party member to the Zeph Frosters. Because it's always a good idea to add a party member. Oh, and recruiting people costs LP, although it costs less if you have a bard. Yeah, no time for dramatic pauses. We gotta go. Recruit. Swickery, whatever you want, it's on me tonight. What's the occasion? It's been a year now, to the day, that I was finally able to get up and walk home. I owe this leg and practically this whole year of my life to you. A few mugs of the good stuff is the least I can offer. That was a year ago already, Swickery. I want you to know whatever you did to my arm, it's held up beautifully so far. So, fill me in. What's the story here? Gorgons were the story. I guess they were just after the lumber that time and not the whole town, but there were still quite a few injuries, which got taken care of almost all thanks to Swickery. Sure, but you know what would be better, though? If it hadn't happened in the first place. Yeller finally. Do the adjectives like greedy and hot-headed mean anything? Yes. They define sort of the way the character acts and the sort of stories they get pulled into in the procedural generation. I may be able to make more of a dent in all this by helping to stomp out the problem at its source. And if I were like going in and customizing these characters, you can actually change their traits on the back end to like define how their story works. Added the game to wishlist. It's a good game. I don't think it's on sale right now, which it would be nice if it was, because then I could more recommend it, but it is very good. Come with us then. Just so happens we're specialists in stomping out this sort of problem. And we have now recruited Swickery. Yeah, given it's like 7 years old, it definitely makes sense to wait for it to on sale, but it is a very fun game. And I've decided I'm making him a warrior. I didn't consult chat, but that's what I'm doing. My plan, I will be curious. Okay, broad swipe. Swickery's melee attacks deal 2 damage to all other foes within range. Sentinel, which I already have. When Swickery gets a kill, the next attack against him within 1 turn will miss. I kind of don't like any of these for him, because I already have Sentinel on Jamil. Untouchable is fine. We'll spend some LP because we can reroll our options. Every other turn does a swift action. Swickery Swickery shreds 2 of a foe's armor with his weapon. As a swift action, enemy has to attack or zealous leap. I actually like shield shear. Yeah, they're not like guaranteed traits, but they will those will show up more than other things. Obviously, there's like a limit to the number of story things that happen in any given campaign, but yeah, I'm thinking shield shear because you can get some pretty high physical defenses on enemies, and it would be nice to have a way to deal with that. And I think what I'll also do is, once I have some resources, I'll get him just like the biggest hammer, and he'll be my kill things and break armor. On the far edges of Misty Prairie, well, that's another patch of the yondering land safely explored. Well, maybe next time we'll see a little action. You would say that. Excuse me? What does that mean? Easy, Janoth. We're all tired, and you two have been snippy with each other a lot lately. It means that I'm tired of you always spoiling for a fight. How many times have you put the rest of us in danger because you couldn't hold yourself in check? Too many, if you ask me. Jamil, don't take his bait. Oh, yeah? Yeah, you got something to say about it? No, I'm not doing this. I won't apologize for being who I am. If you don't like it, that's your problem. Sheesh, can you believe her? Well, I'll say this for her. She may be temperamental, but at least she can take things seriously. What is that supposed to mean? It means you make everything into a joke. You never treat anything earnestly or solemnly. At least Jamil has a sense of propriety. Takes 2 to make a rivalry, Janoth. If I were you, I'd think about that. Are you alright? Janoth was way out of line. Oh, I'm fine, thanks. And thanks for standing up for me back there. Hey, that's what teammates are for. And we station. Fabric... I don't know, one of each. Why not? Huzzah. Alright, we got some tendrils showing up, so we gotta deal with that. Get over here. Okay. And we assault. So you can patrol to get these tendrils off, but if you're just gonna kill the enemy anyway, it simply does not matter. Okay, I've got one. Favorite fruit? As long as it's in a pie, I do not care. Fair enough. Okay, my turn. Favorite thing to fight? That's like asking my favorite rash. Least favorite, then. Might have to be gorgons. Is that because they're over the next hill? It's the ick factor. Even worse than Thrixel. They don't just move, they spread. They're like walking disease. And here I am making a career out of them. I'm not that old, right? Sometimes I wonder if it's not too late to start over somewhere. I wouldn't, though, realistically. Reeks of abandonment. Well, we appreciate that. What about you? What keeps you here? I just want a world where people can be carefree. Honestly, so I don't have to get a real job. You mean other than you. We'll keep it gay. So many things, really. Those spellbinding gazes, that dazzling smile, the way you whisper my name before a fight. Shush, Swickery's gonna hear. Wow. Swickery is like a weird name to put in any conversation. Plus, what kind of man would I be if I left you to get picked up by some beefy gorgon? True. A come hither way from those tentacles and I'm toast. Okay. Temporary bonus damage and potency. Zephyrost, keeping it gay. That's what we do here. Oh, hello. There's a giant, there's an enemy. Okay. I have a lot of armor. Can I shield? Okay, let's get rid of your armor so you don't have any. And then hit it with your sword. Then you will interfuse with this giant rock here so that I can get Spirit Blade on everyone. 8 damage, okay. And then that wolf call means everyone moves faster now. I don't want to move there. That is correct. Move you... Oh, there's another bear. Can I... Yes, I can move, and then I'm going to interfuse with this rock. Because that will give Layla a damage boost. And then... let's move you here. And kill it with a bow. And that gives Swashbuckler. Now he has... I wonder what his stunt chance is now. Looks like we also have a deer and another bear. And his stunt chance is 46. Okay. We move you up here. We will entangle to pull the deer right next to me, in theory. And kill it. Yeah, losing an arm is unfortunate on a warrior, but cannot deny that the ability to move enemies is very, very good. Is good. And there we go. Oh, I unlocked an achievement. All right. Oh, and he's stunted, so I can actually just attack again. Well, I can probably just walk up here and... Oh, right. Indignance kills it. Oh, there's more enemies, apparently. Yeah, turns out having a stupidly high stunt chance is, in fact, quite good. Let's interfuse with this. Well, let's interfuse with this, too. If I move through here, I'm gonna lose magic defense. It's probably fine. I understand the risks. I think based on what we've killed so far, there's only one enemy left, so I'm not super worried about it. Ow. Yes, I still understand the risks. I have not forgotten them in the last 4 seconds. Oh, you will actually... Oh, you don't have any warding. So you would take real damage, so I think I will not move you through the acid. You are fine. You'll lose some warding, and that's going to be okay. Oh, right. I forgot. Wolf Cult is really good because it absolutely, it gives such a huge movement bonus. Let me interfuse with this. Because then you can kill in one hit. You, Jamil, will go here. I can't quite reach you. Well, I'm gonna pull you back so we can get some defensive warding. Because turns out being able to reposition your allies is in fact a really good thing to be able to do. I guess we'll just move you up here and throw a rock at it. Oh, all that movement was completely worthless because apparently it was one rock from being dead. Huzzah. Ooh, and Turtle has leveled up. Okay. Upgraded Spirit Blade. Allies directly adjacent to an interfused object get +10 stunt chance. Open Mind, so he can interfuse with more objects. Vigor Flow. That makes him stronger. That's not important. Yeah, we'll just upgrade Spirit Blade. We'll just make him better. Ooh. A crossbow. Yeah, that is true. Most things are one rock from being dead. A crossbow, that's interesting. Damage, some chance. I think it feels weird to do. No, I think I just salvage it. It is technically a little better here, but I like the water bow I have. Alright. Bye, Nicholas. Good luck with work. Yeah, I'm just gonna turn it into Heartwood. Crossbows can be good, but they're just not... They just don't work on any of my characters. Plus speed. I think we give that to Swickery. Because he's not going to have a lot of range, and he needs to be close to be able to shred through their armor. Really, I want to get Swickery the biggest hammer. Yeah, speed is very good, and Wolf Call helps with that, but that is obviously not active all the time. Okay, bonus armor. I think... Yeah, let's give that to Swickery. And across the river. Oh, I hit the wrong button. We don't have mechanical bias, do we? Oh, I have so many biases on the mechanics. I've played like 90 hours of this game. I have played a lot of this. Might get some more wood for the fire. You're going to be up longer. Swickery's already turning in. It's not that late, is it? I guess that stretch of thick brush today was rough. Somewhat. Anyway, want company? Don't feel obliged. The fire and I have plenty to discuss. More wood. Oh, thanks. The fire wriggles through the fresh wood, happy as a mud dog. Whatever that means. Layla's eyes grow tired. She begins to see things. Flickerings of Morthagi or flickerings from Falivia Gasworks. I don't know what this means. Layla watches a story take shape. In Felivia Gasworks, there lived a young woman who had the makings of a mage. She'd been coaxing out of her own mystical gifts for years. She pushed and pulled energy from the rocks in the nearby woods. Her friends and elders hadn't seen such tricks before, if tricks they were. The young woman was a welcome curiosity. As her skills grew, so did expectations. A defender of Felivia Gasworks wears more than a wooden bead around her neck. It fits you well. But when Morthagi feet came stomping and scraping, she died, turns out. Layla shakes off the story's unpleasant end. The next day brings bitter anticipation. Looks like they made a stand outside Felivia Gasworks proper. Hope it bought some time for folks to get away. No petty piece of loot here. This should either be worn or buried. The necklace is sturdy, but Layla carries it like a broken winged bird. What have you got? Let me see. Ooh, Defender's Necklace, which gives armor. Let's go ahead and give that to our boy Swickery. Gotta get him all equipped up, and we're fighting oh gosh. We're fighting Morthagi, and they're right here. Ooh, hello, Fire Spirit. I can't, you're so far away. Can anyone reach you without being incredibly potentially dead? Okay, so it's right there. Let's see. Can Layla reach it? Layla can! And hopefully she doesn't die. Oh gosh. Okay. But yes, I will make my dueling sword a fire dueling sword. Which has slightly lower slower stunt damage. But when she stuns, it damages up to 3 enemies within tiles. I got you a dead girl's necklace. Oh, thanks. Yeah, not like the greatest gift. Really? Okay. Here's my plan. I'm gonna move her here. Kill that. Because that should activate Wolf Called. That should let me get Jainoth up here. And maybe even Turtle up here. So, yeah, lower slut damage. That is what I said. I was trying not to say it, but turns out I don't read super great. Alright, so now the warriors are back here, and my mages are frontlining over there. But they are, they do have higher defenses since they're standing next to each other. So I think that was the correct decision. Haha, indignance. Slight damage, isn't that our archipelago? Really? Come on. I'm gonna need you to, like, hit this thing. Thank you. Okay, I think that's just gonna die. Oh, I really should have interfused with something, but that's okay. So yeah, characters can develop relationships, like, mid-story, just randomly. I don't think any actually have. Normally, I feel like it happens more frequently. I should probably not just run through this fire, huh? Okay. But yes, characters can form relationships, be they, you know, platonic, romantic, or rivalry-based, at any point in the game. We're gonna interfuse with this so everyone gets Spirit Blade, because Spirit Blade is very strong. Let's move you up here. You can kill that. We will move you over here. Okay, decent damage. And then let's go ahead and Bone Lance to, I think, end the battle. Yep. Bones. Oh, new armor. Okay. Reduce speed, but a lot more armor? Not the armor I would actually want for him, but it is better than nothing. It's better than tier 0 armor, so I will take it. Alright. Secure. Find an item. Everyone, actually, unpause real quick. Where's the nearest... the nearest town is all the way in Wormdome. No, it's probably... Let me see if I can get... Since everyone's just, like, setting up, I'm trying to see if I can get a big hammer. Big hammer. More damage, more knockback, more stunt damage. What's great axes do? More shred. He's already shredding. So I guess these both deal the same. It's a question of knockback or shred. Maybe big sword then? Big sword has more has stunt damage. So swords are stunt, axes are shred, hammers are knockback. And they all cost the exact same amount of everything. Let's go big sword. An opportunity has arisen. Things in Clover Pass are drunk or sleeping. The last greasy lights wobble in quiet windows, at least mostly quiet. She okay, old maniac? The merry stumbler scrapes along the back alley, fragments of foamy song following after, fading into the early dew. The night doesn't slosh so easily in every belly. What's wrong? You look like you're about to go belly up in the whiskey pond. Just lately, I don't know. Don't worry about it. Wonder if I know what it is. I don't even know what it is. You're out of shape. Have to exercise more. Have to get your blood going, your lungs pumping. Helps me when I'm anxious or just generally bad feeling. Gives me confidence, I guess. Turtle, normal people don't... What? What's that face for? Because I just had the perfect idea. There's this mystical order, they live out in seclusion. They're all about training the body to unshackle the mind. I'm sure they'd teach us 1 or 2 tricks. Or at least give us a quiet meal. So they set out in the morning, much too early, and I guess we'll bring Jane off. And I guess... I don't have any legacy points, so I can't stop anything bad from happening, so we're just gonna have to accept the bad things. Alright, so... Layla's securing the site. Swickery's off crafting, and everyone else is heading to Tando Pillar. Over generations, a modest compound has grown near Mud Shrine. Some folks have come here to gain wisdom and strength, while others grew up inside its protection. It's a place of relative seclusion, inhabited by an order of knights focused on peacefully honing their bodies and minds to work in concert. You from around here? Know about this place? Do you know the slowness with which a blade of grass rises to match its cousins? Pretty slow, I guess? Somewhat slow, right? But what are we expressing? In a way, we're only illuminating our own expectation of speed. Can this be any true measure of the slowness of grass? Yeah? Want some nut bread? Without another word, she turns and leads them down a hill path. Darkened and dappled by the sun... whatever that said. Into a sparsely tread field. Rolling green-strewn lands marked by low, gentle walls. There it is, a nice nut loaf. Hey listen, Turtle here convinced me we were going to do some kind of, well, there's apparently a group of philosopher knights making their home around here. Is that you? You mean the Warless Order? Yeah. That is us. You want training then? I see the wise seeker doesn't ask for bread, but for the skill of baking. Is that really what you're planning on wearing, though? Yes? Yeah? Oh, alright. Those are good training outfits. Well then, pleased to meet you. I'm Worley Tumbor. Bring the thought self and the meat self together begins with your name, but it's only the beginning. Together we'll make the metaphysical much less meta and a lot more physical. Over the next week, they train, eat, and sleep on a schedule. Worley style is grueling and relentless, which gives health and speed, or exploratory and unsteady, which gives accuracy and potency. Accuracy and potency. It's a week full of experimental astrologies, prolonged discomfort, and the recalibration of sense and reflex. Sunset approaches on their final day of training. Worley leads them into the closeness of a nearby wood. The resinous air sparkles, she halts. Exertion is that way by which body and mind are exhausted, and from exhaustion springs growth. Exerting mind and body together, we access the geometry inside ourselves. Geometry? When you say that, the shape you make your spirit, meat, and bones. Didn't you know that's the basis for magic? It's not an ethereal energy. It's present in the alignment of every physical thing. You can channel and direct it. If you're conscious and practice enough, sensing and manipulate that geometry makes you powerful. But shouldn't magic be from reading? You can't be magic and muscular. Uh-oh, random encounter. Out of a sudden shadowy knot of smoke comes an ambush. Okay, so they've gotten a little bit bonus accuracy and a little bit bonus potency. And now I have to fight a random encounter. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and infuse this for, as ever, the spirit blade of it all. Okay. And that's a stunt, because of course it is. He only ever stunts. And he's stunted again. So... move you here, set up Sentinel, and you here, and then we'll, I don't know. What does even potency do? So potency, by default, it improves the damage of spell attacks from the Mystic. So anytime the Mystic uses an interfusion spell, it improves the damage of it. In addition, certain abilities the other two classes learn specifically improve based on potency. So like Quelling Moss, I think the poison it inflicts is 2, but it also increases based on Jainoth's potency. So generally you want to give potency to your mages, but it is also beneficial on your non-mage characters. I guess we'll give the speed boost to Layla. It doesn't get her up to an additional movement speed, but... where did they come from? Were we betrayed? No, that was just Dwinfor and Hallander. Stand up, you rascals. The ostensibly dead cultists rise sheepishly to their feet and tug off their disguises. Wortley, take it seriously. Hi there. This cool guy's Dwinfor, and that soggy vindictive ogre is Hallander. Think of it as a final test. An easy one, perhaps, given your abilities, but one you've certainly passed. I guess we'll go back to our nightly philosophizing. I prefer to think of it as philosophical knighting. And then she dies, I guess. Am I right? Phew, I'm glad they're gone. But anyway, what was I saying about enlightenment? Ah yes, surpassing our limits always takes a refiguring. We're redrawing the line inside ourselves. If we do it with carefulness and wisdom, the new shapes inside us grow more aligned. The geometry of magic, the geometry of all things. They leave the woods, a small, silent procession. Bidding their instructor farewell, they embark on a journey across the night. They walk long enough that all the stars have sprouted. It's hard to keep simple focus on things, let alone whatever he meant. This arcane awareness, fundamental shapes, when it's life or death, I don't know. Anyway, we've got some good exercise in. There's something in our movements. When I mastered a skill or emotion, that's when I felt it. Some call it grace. Think it's that simple? Mist takes form, but they keep marching. To the verge of dawn. Thinking back, I'm glad you dragged me out of that tavern. So, return that favor and drag me back to it. Huzzah! And Turtle has leveled up. So we have Ignite. Once per turn is a single action. Can pull motes from the air to light things on fire. Endurance gives armor and warding, or Compulsion briefly interfuses with an enemy and forces to move where he pleases. You know what? He's a support. Let's give him Endurance so he has even more armor and warding. And we'll send these 3 back to help Layla secure this area. Improved block? Guess we'll give it to Jamil. Compulsion sounds crazy, but it's actually not that useful. At least I have not found it especially useful. Alright. Okay, so you're done. And have everyone scout the Fangwild. Oh, right, an incursion. Hold on, stop. Oh gosh, there's 2 of them. Okay, so incursions are bad, as you might expect. Because basically they're monsters that, like, march and destroy towns. And they're quite strong, so I do need to, like, stop them. By intercepting them. And there are 3 of them, which is inconvenient. Because I didn't get a chance to stop them all. They don't seem to know we're here. How shall we destroy them? None of these have a great success rate. Let's start fires and exploit the confusion. We did a bad job, so we all got penalties. Okay, so don't know where they are. So let's advance with you. I have located the enemy. I'm going to interfuse with this tree. Then I'm gonna... You're not even close enough to hit them, are you? No. Okay, you head up here. Guardian. I'd also like you to head up here. Interfuse with this discus, because then I can see even more enemies. Okay, there are a lot of them. Have a good night, Alex. See you next time. And then we'll just run you up here. So everyone is next to each other and fairly well guarded. And on the next turn, I'm going to start doing a lot of murder, because there are a lot of enemies here. And we have a lot of fights, because a lot of incursions we need to deal with. Okay. You know what, let's interfuse with this big rock. So that I can move you up and get more incursion. Because I really would like these big guys to be dead. Me. Okay. Bear is down. Let's go ahead and move you right here. Nice stunt. Let's move you here. Takes care of you. Move you up here. And I guess I might as well discus. Can I kill anything with a discus? I could kill this raccoon with a discus. And then deal some good damage over there. Okay. Dodge is good. Armor is good. Dodge is good. And more enemies have shown up, which I knew was going to happen. We stunt. We get a speed boost. And we murder. And we stunt again. Can he... Aw. Oh, yeah, I do need to remember the cool vine arm. Keep forgetting about the cool vine arm. What do you have? Let's... Wild grasp. That'll pull it over and pin it, and then I can... Discus. Okay. Another turn, another good bit of dead enemies. Don't noxious. Ew. Layla is no longer... Ow. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Let's go ahead, actually, I should have done this first. Let me bring him over. get rid of its defenses. And then miss. And then hit. And then... I guess just hit it. So Rival, it's just if Jamil crits, then Janoth gets a bonus to his crit chance. There's not a range for it. Really? Come on. Friendship is actually the only one that has, like, a ranged component to it. And that's just because they need to be next to each other to, like, wall. Okay. Yes. And then... Janoth moved down here. Okay. So he's just getting a high stun chance every time she stuns, and vice versa. So it's even better. Well, friendship gets... It's more that friendship works in a range because it kind of has to. Ooh, I can make Layla's indignance better. So enemies take even more damage from a greater distance when they get near her, which I kind of love. We're taking indignance because it's good and funny. Okay. So Jamil has now gotten my favorite ability, Paladin, where if she ends her turn by moving, she automatically enters her guard state. And there's kind of nothing better than that. Let's make Janoth more accurate, because he's my stunty boy. Okay, now I have to head over here, and I have to interrupt this incursion. Oh, actually, hold on. Nope. Hold on. I need to defend. Why can I not? I have to... Oh, there we go. Oh, I guess I need to gather everyone there. Okay. Jamil, we will deal with your nonsense in a moment. Because this town is about to be destroyed. Oh, hold on. Okay, we have to defend from these gorgons now. The gorgons have come. Rotten odors, royal thick esteem. An ululating animal moan is born in the air. It grows and grows with the thunder of mismatched feet. How should the defenders respond? We go with the one that has the highest chance. Charge into battle and take the fight to them. Alright. So, because we're defending a town, the map is very big. And we have some random townsfolk who have joined our party just for the purpose of helping us here. They're not very strong, and they're not going to be that useful. But they do exist. Ululating. It's an onomatopoeia. Oh. I guess that makes sense. Alright, we got some enemies over here. We got a lot of... Oh, I found all the enemies. Okay, let's... Can I... No, none of you are in range. Okay, well... We'll wait out our turns. Let the enemy come to us. There's enemies up north on the top of the map as well. Alright. Oh, and Janoth's not at full HP either. That's not ideal. Okay. We're in not the best circumstances. Okay, move you here. I'm going to move you here. I'm going to interfuse with this to get that bonus damage. I understand the risks. Nice. Stunt. Ooh, okay. I lost some magic defense. Let's move this guy here. Honestly, mostly just to provide defensive increases. Oh gosh, what do I focus on? Let's go here with you, because then I can shear off your armor and take you out. Then we shoot you. Okay. Move you down here to get that indignance damage. We love indignance. And we splinter blast to hit all of them. Or to hit one of them. But I tried to hit all of them. Interfuse with that too. Yeah, we'll move this random townswoman over here, who also helped guard. Okay. Okay. Stop tonguing my party members. It's inappropriate. And it hurts. Okay, she's fine. Just kill you. Kill you, apparently. Because that's a stunt. Understand the risks. Kill you. Yeah, guest characters. They're just like random townsfolk who join the party to defend the town. I try not to actually attack with them because they will steal experience. So I prefer not to use them at all. But they are good for, like, walling with other characters. Even if I generally don't want to actually use them to attack the enemy. And it died. Thank you, poison. Love poison. We got another bear incoming. Sir, I'm gonna need you to stop being the way you are. I can still hit you from here. I cannot hit you from here. But if I pull you over, now I can hit you from here. Or I can miss. Love when I miss. Swickery, get over here. Kill it. I don't actually know if there's any more enemies down here. It doesn't look like it. I'm gonna send Janoth up here. Thanks to the wolf called speed increase. I can get my party reunited at the top here fairly quickly. Alright, let's move you here. Okay. Just move these two next to each other. Ow. Good thing is my party actually has pretty good defenses. Because I built them a little more defensively than I normally would. You interfuse with this lumber pile, I guess. Okay. Yeah, the move radius, Wolf Called just gives a plus like 2 to movement when I kill something with her, which makes it really, really easy to get my party back together when they're this far apart. It's very, very nice. Armor pierced, and then... Can I interfuse with anything with her? Oh, I can. I can interfuse with this, and that should give me discus. Cool. And we did it! Took a couple whacks, but overall, mostly okay. Okay, so he has shield shear. Swift action every other turn, knocks an enemy up to 2 tiles away, dealing damage. Sentinel. Let's actually give him Zealous Leap so he can have a little more renewable movement speed. Ooh, and they got a Bartoth now. Okay. Alright. We have resolved the nonsense. Jamil apparently needs... How many hours is a run supposed to take with the setup? Well, I was hoping it would be a little shorter, but it looks like probably like 4 or 5. It's been a while. I thought it was closer to 3, but we're definitely not finishing this run today. All I hoped for was some peace and quiet, you know? Live my own way in place, but always I wind up among warriors and start wandering. The baleful flame continues to writhe. It would normally be cat feeding time, but she is asleep, so I am just gonna keep going. And if she wakes up, I may have to step away. But for now, she's asleep, so I will wait until she is awake. It does me little good to tell you, Jainoth. I have nightmares that curl my soul of a place I've never been, a torched house, the blue blaze eating bones, I feel dread. You're standing really close to that fire. I'm imagining it blue, Jainoth. It's easier, Jainoth, if I stand close. Oh, so you're not considering roasting a bird? Because I can get a bird. It's not hard. Do you care what kind? When I asked you to come with me on a little trip, I didn't tell you how far we might be going. I didn't tell you our destination is a place I've dreamed of all my life, or that I worry death waits for us there. But you see, following a dream is a kind of last resort for those who can't go back to sleep. And yes, we will be doing that, and, sure, we'll bring Layla. I don't know what the rest of my party is gonna do during that. How confident am I that Turtle and Swickery can take a fight? Let's do it, why not? What's the worst that could happen? Old-formed caverns stretch beneath Moosewold Watermill. Prefer you weren't lagging behind there, Turtle. Only his own back-barking echoes answer him. Turtle? Retracing his steps in the dark, Swickery searches for any sign of his friend. Turtle? And he will soon find an off-branching path, slashed in the cave wall, perhaps by ice. An almost triangular crevice, and beyond is a tight, twisting tunnel. Below, in the colden ground and the fungal glow... So who would even blame me? I'm just being thorough, And plus, maybe there's a special... buried whatever. See, this is probably a greed thing. He was distracted by treasure. Like inside of there, where it's all shimmery. Under blade-sharp stones, a wider space, a firmer shine, there's a powerful smell, a heart smell, the heart of the mountain. And at first glance, he thinks a massive gray man is hunched over a blue-white flame. But he realizes, what is that? Unfamiliar language seems to twitch and change on every surface. Hey, statue, don't come to life, got it? Let's keep that in my imagination. Listen, if they die, we'll get to do a narrative thing. I don't suppose I should test whether your jewel's loose? Seems like I was meant to have it, I'll say. You know what? I do. Do I want to be cursed? No, I don't. Sure, we'll steal the gem. Why not? Here we go. Let's not scar the stone and not break the blade either. Turtle wiggles his gut knife into the seam between gem and setting, and only a moment after he does so, an indistinct tremble travels up the blade. Oh, that's a bad sound. Harmonic vibrations, they swell. They sing in the joints of his skeleton. Turtle bends near, lowers his life. I don't see any darn... A thunderclap, a luminous flood. A wet, bloody odor and the sulphurous scent of fresh split rock. Time seems to pause and the world fills in with white. And then fades into normal motion. Color. Ow. What'd you just do? Turtle? There was a brilliant gemstone. I found it here. I shouldn't have. There was a terrible hum, a flash, and now my jewel's just gone. Well, the first thing I'll say is just, looks like you're lucky you're alive, so try not to panic. What are you on about? Reach up. Gently touch your eye. A short while later, I can at last see. I can see through it. Facets of things that shouldn't have facets. They'll emerge in daylight and encounter the enemy they'd sought, and Turtle will look at things differently from then on. Yeah, it is funny that, the game really loves transformations, and I have gotten the two that make your eye different. I don't actually know what this does. Oh, it gives him a higher stunt chance. Well, that's worthless, but... Right. Let's go... here? Yeah, boyfriends both have replaced eyes, so... they're meant to be. We'll interfuse with you. We'll go ahead and discus this deer. Right in the head. Yeah, it would be more useful on the guy on the other boyfriend, but it will have to do. Okay, yeah, I can hit you from here. Let's go ahead and put you here. Yeah, his spells do stunt. It's just the archer is the one who is like the most stunty, whereas the mage is not actually built for damage. Yeah, they should switch magic eyes. That'd be great. All right. Okay. Yeah, I think we're fine with just these two. I was a little unsure, but we seem to be doing just fine. Yeah, Swickery is tanky. He has good movement with his jump. He can shear through armor, and he's dealing good damage. So, warrior, this is a pretty good warrior build. Yeah, we'll move you up here. You here. We'll interfuse with this to get the Spirit Blade bonus. And then we'll discus. And that's the fight. See, Swickery and Turtle, they're a good team. Really, just being able to buff another character's damage is just very strong. We'll give the block bonus to Layla. She doesn't have a shield. With battle done, they stand still a moment, warmed over by the rays of a lowering sun. The gem casts a tickle of light on Turtle's thoughts. This is permanent. That's what it is now. You can still fight, you can see, and see well. I see the edges and faces of things like I never saw before. It's weird. Alright, well, let me know how to help if there's anything. It's not really fair, though, of course. If you offer a gemstone, someone will try and take it. Now I worry that I'll travel to my heart, under my ribs, someday you'll find only a cold, glittering, impervious jewel. Whether it was wrath or reward, a trap or a twist of coincidences, will always be hard to tell. Years will show how deep the changes go. And an ancient god will dream in darkness, fresh dreams of new visions above the earth. Cool. Alright. So you two need to secure this site. Always find an item. And Jamil and Janoth, who I probably should not have sent together because their names are confusing. A thick-grown woodland seems to invite them under its boughs. Wood and damp and the fall herbs that grow here all combine for a heady, fragrant zest in the air. Something lives here, lives alone. Standing stones are kind of unusual. Hey, who are you, dingots? Okay. Setting up camp on my doorstep? Get away from my omen stones. This place yours? Ask his name. Hey, no need for this. I didn't see you had weapons. You outlaws? You don't have to kill me. We were startled, that's all. He's old. My name's Jamil, this is Janoth. We're from far away. Jamil, but you're the grisly fighter from my dream. My name is Lathnok Truetongue. Lathnok of Omens is how I'm known in Tholnenshire. And now it seems... Please come with me, Jamil. He may not want visitors. The woodland fellow leads them among the trees. This game is just mocking my difficulty in pronouncing proper nouns. To the door of his secluded home. Be welcome. There's bark cheese and brined pork. Also upon my table, please find enlightenment. Just you out here? These old beams have stood me well. I chose a lucky spot, but I had the advantage of dreaming it. See, I've had dreams since I was a small boy. Layla's just a third wheel. She's just hanging out. Dreams, that is one thing about all of these opportunities. It's always like two characters, but they let you bring a third for like balance reasons, and the third one never exists in the story. Dreams drive you crazy, don't they? So real. Dreams that portend what might come. My grandmother was a seer also. Something some folks get born with, I suppose. He swigs bright blackberry wine. I was a young man when I got run out of town. Lethnock of Omens, they called me. I told them the stores would burn, and so they did. It was a stray cinder. Folks blamed me. I were you, I'd have fought about it. But I knew it would happen. I told my mother an ailing father and left before the drunk showed up. My parents got to stay and live happily and visit me often in the later years. Life out here has been lonely sometimes, yeah, but rewarding in many ways. Time to time, folks come and they drink from the well of sights my dreams have filled in me. And now you've come, Jamil. I'm creaking through my final years, but you've got the gift to be the next woodland seer. The next woodland seer, Jamil. Yes, it would be the birth of a tradition which will only strengthen the magic. In many years I see left for you, you can help keep this world safe. Though not in the way you've done. I'll teach you. We do have time for that. So I can lose Jamil permanently and thwart many future incursions, or I can not get rid of her. And I don't want to get rid of her, so we're keeping Jamil. I couldn't sit still here, to be honest with you, especially if I knew my old friends were facing danger. I understand. What I don't understand is why you've come. It seems you have some other purpose. Yeah, if this were like a 5-act story, where all of these characters would be old enough to retire before the end of it, I would actually be inclined to get to make her the seer now to reduce those incursions to make it easier later. But I'm inclined to say no, just because she will not retire before the final fight, so we will get her. Oh, I just realized you can't see my mouse. Whoops. So glad I realized that this long into a stream that I have not set up the game capture correctly. I'm good at what I do. I know how to do things. Now you can see my mouse. That should have been that way the whole time. From outside, a tremendous roar erupts, shaking the stones of the house. Stay here. I dreamed this place would be devoured by flames. I've been given the chance to stop what's happening, and I will. Oh, there we go. Ah, now you can see the mouse I've been using the whole time. Oh, gosh. So we've got a Bartoth, which is very big. Okay, what's discus? I think I kind of want to grab this tree and splinter blast, because it shreds armor really well. And then I can shoot you, which poisons you, and then I can sell. King Arthur, Knight's Tale. I have not. I've not even heard of it. Oh, God. Oh, I thought she killed it. I'm actually... oh, but you know what I can do? I can move here, because Indignance is just going to kill the toad. And then deal damage to the Bartoth. And then I can interfuse with a different tree and explode it. To deal damage and shred through the remainder of its armor. And then take it out. Okay. Well, that fight looked like... The big thing looked scary, but it turns out when you hit it so many times, it just dies. Ooh. Speed, armor, and dodge. No, because I lose Swashbuckler. But yeah, no, I've never heard of King Arthur, Knight's Tale. After the fighting's done, the grateful Lethnock throws a small feast to thank them. The woodland seer, it seems, never foresaw this possibility. This random raving monster that would have devastated all he'd built. He and Jamil talked late into the night, sharing old dreams, wisdoms, and what-ifs. This old man sees them off in the morning. What'd he give you? There's a new parcel among Jamil's things. Oh, a keepsake. Something he used to wear. Anyone could use it. Myself, I already received a great gift from Lethnock. Just knowing there was someone who understood, and knowing these dreams have a purpose. That it's about challenging fate, not accepting it. That's a lot of things you got. He's a generous man. Some days later, we'll be in town by night, I think. Hey, Jamil. You're going to ask whether I'll think about it. The what if? Staying with Lathnok and seeing if I could do what he does? Not that I really care one way or the other, it's only... Will I regret it? The solitude I could live that way? But someone's gotta watch you. Keep you honest, right? Last resort, though, I could always go back. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that. It sounds interesting. Accuracy... Accuracy. Everyone's pretty accurate, so I guess I'll just give it to Janoth. Ah, Jamil is now a Bronzehorn Hunter. Or Warrior. So I could give her Jump. Does she have anything she does as a bonus action? She pulls enemies close to her as a bonus action. Shield Shear, I already have. Windwalk. Once per combat as a swift action. Ooh, I'm gonna give her Windwalk. Windwalk is really good because it lets you basically teleport across a decent chunk of the map. Alright, let's send everyone over to secure this site. Okay. I think I want to cancel that one. Because those ragers are really annoying. And +1 armor is mostly fine, because I do have a lot of shred right now. And the item, Potency. I guess Layla gets it as the one mage. Now we get to attack here. And then I think almost done with this chapter. When the moon's gone, all the stars seem happier. Reminds me of a tavern hall before your face darkens the window. You saying that's because of Janoth? Anyway, it's a good omen, the brightening stars. Yeah, what's it an omen of? I can't really tell you what they mean specifically. I also think maybe listening is the point. Quieting yourself enough to hear the voices of existence. Nah, see, relying on the universe is trusting a bear with your baby. Well, I guess we'll go with the highest percentage, which is low, but better than nothing. Layla tries to remember the tale of the Starman, but ends up telling the story of Telestra Starborn instead. It's a good story. Alright. All heroes get temperate... A stone spirit. Another elemental spirit. I think Hickory still has a regular sword. So let's run over here. Zealous Leap. And then run over more. He gets a magic sword. Yeah, 0% chance. Yeah. We'll get him a stone greatsword. Yeah, they're always worth getting. Even if you don't like the weapon, you can always salvage them for a material. So it looks like less stunt damage, but when he stuns, he shreds armor and pins all enemies within a 2-tile radius. So yes, I will take the stone sword, because it's basically just a straight-up improvement. And you know what? Windwalk. So yeah, Windwalk just lets her teleport now. It's very good. Let's see. I'm gonna move you here. Interfuse with the rock. And then you go here. That poisons you. And then let's discus. Okay. Oh, Thundering Blood. I am afraid this is going to explode. It is making, yeah, that's going to explode. Okay. Alright, let's move you down here, because I'd like to interfuse with you for bonus damage. Swickery, I think I'll just move him here. I need to shield shear. Hit with sword. You move. I can't quite get her in bonus damage range. Wolf call. Yeah, the only thing I'm wondering is if I'm wondering if it explodes when it dies. Oh, it's not going to explode now. Never mind. And I stunt. And I miss. Yeah, Sunday. I have plans for Sunday, and I made some interesting discoveries after the stream. So I have a few potential ideas. One of them, it may end up we just need to grind out until Selfie can use the end, which would be unfortunate. But unfortunately, that may just be the reality we have to deal with. There's just... Oh, there's a frog here. Okay. Can I hit you with Quelling Moss? I can. Have some poison. Because, yeah, I definitely was not prepared. Was definitely not prepared for Ultima Weapon. Which, honestly, I think is kind of fair. I don't know that anyone would have expected me to be prepared for Ultima Weapon to show up in such an inconvenient location. Alright. Yeah, that should kill you. And that is a rivalry success, so let's move you over here. Hit you. Probably just move you over. Oh, right, indignation will kill you. Yeah, it did make... Keys was very happy. Keys was thrilled by the very unfortunate turn of events for me. But that's okay. There's strategies, there's things I can do. I have many plans, and some of them might even work. That is also true. I don't want the randomized, like, it's inconvenient for progression, but I am actually very glad something happened. Because, like, if a randomizer's too easy, it starts to reach a point where it's like, why are we even doing this? Gorgon Sea Caller. You gotta have some nonsense in your rando. Otherwise, what's the point? More accuracy to Janoth. So I don't think so, music. I am pretty sure because when you kill the X-Atmos, if you actually kill it, it doesn't keep chasing you. So I assume that is how it will work with a boss that replaces it. I think we just have to kill the Ultima Weapon, and then there just won't be the chase sequence. Because it is possible to kill the X-Atmos in normal gameplay, it's just really hard. And if you do, it just stops. If that's not what happens, I'm gonna be a little salty. Although I think I remember how to evade it in all the places you can evade it. Which is all of them. You never have to fight it more than once. I wasn't imagining we'd get here unchallenged. Yes, I did try to run. I held down the run button and it said no. Strictly speaking, the X-Atmos fight you can't actually run from normally. You have to knock it down and then you can run. So it's a special trait of that boss that lets you run from it. I wasn't imagining we'd get here unchallenged, to be honest. I'm itching for some action. The cavern of the Sea Spear lies at the heart of a magnificent canyon. Sides of the canyon are smooth and sheer, marbled blue and pink, molded and mushed by the hands of titans when the world was clay. Now the stone is hard and sharp and glows. Yeah, no Quistis cutscene, unfortunately. But the canyon's deep places are strung with fragment-clear waterfalls and ruffled greenery. The mouth of the cave is hidden, in damp shadow and fern-feathered shade. But Janoth spots it, and leads the way inside. Smell that? You probably don't know what that is. It smells like the ocean. Watch your feet, there's a few holes. Jainoth follows his own echoes into the dripping depths. No eye has scraped these walls in centuries. The air is pickled and still. It's smoother down here, but look at that ceiling. It seems to go up and up. What's shining up there, you think? Minerals? Gold? It's cold. Singing to your bones kind of cold. Can't wait to get out of here. Jump in a hot bath. Hey? This looks like the end of the tunnel. Carved and firm and ancient. That means it's time for a fight. Okay. Well, turtle. No. Turtle, open the door. Now we must fight the Caliban. Is big. Look how big it is. Does it have defense? It does. Well, there are ways to... There are ways to deal with high defense. Okay, so I want to Zealous Leap. Move here. Big boy. Okay, and I want to Shield Cheer. That is going to end his turn, but removing that armor is going to be more useful. We hang back here. And we hit and poison. Move you here. Get that indignation damage. What do you have? Fire, discus, cradle, which I don't actually think I can do anything off of. Splinter blast, but I don't think it can reach from there. We'll give it a shot. I'm looking for something that shreds, and I don't... No. Okay, it's too small. Darn. Is what I was afraid of. Anyway, then we can wind walk directly into the fight. And stab. And then, I don't know. Interfuse this pillar and throw a discus at it. Ooh, I stunted. Ow. Rude. Being too small is what all guys are afraid of. Yep. There we go. Alright, let's get what we came for. It's here, the sea spear. The air in the chamber is clear and almost sweet. The corpse of the great guardian shrivels inside its carapace. Jainoth approaches the edifice. The spear is glass-like grand. It radiates legacy and power. It's just strange. What can this thing really mean to them? Thought about that. So what if our myth of a hero queen with a spear to save the seas isn't really our myth at all? What if it's theirs? That's a cute explanation, Jamil, so it's kind of an emblem to them, maybe, of a past hero. As Jainoth grips the spear, a noise begins to grow in the outer tunnels. It's the noise of feet and hooves, of tortured lungs shoveling air, and the slithering squelch of creeping things. By the sound of it, a horde of gorgon beasts is pouring towards the chamber. We need to hope they don't cut off our escape. I don't think we'll survive if we stay here. Ooh, and it's a tier 3 great spear. Ooh, yeah. More status effects is not a thing FF12 needed. Okay, so this is a magic spear that's very, very strong. I think I have to give it to Swickery. Normally, I would want to give it to Jamil because she's my spear person, but I simply can't. She is too busy, only having one arm, I guess. All right, and now we make our escape. Awful noises and rank smells rush out of the dark. Not to alarm anyone, but we're going to die if we try to fight them all. We're not trapped; they're entering from a different tunnel. Want me to lead? Well, she's right. Our way might still be open. Let's avoid as much fighting as we can. Alright. So, the whole thing with this is the enemy is going to keep showing up and spawning endlessly. And so I need to out-navigate them and escape. Fortunately, Jamil killed someone last turn. So now I have a ton of movement on everyone. And by last turn, I mean I think this turn, technically. Because I definitely moved the wrong character. It doesn't... Enemies don't give experience like that. Probably specifically to prevent people from just, like, grinding up levels. You get experience for completing missions, and I think you get some bonuses for killing enemies, but they are finite. And I will still need to do some violence anyway, because they're in my way. And I got that spear just in time to score an extra turn via critical hit, which I love. Oh, right. I keep forgetting she has indignation and being shocked that something took damage. Yep, that's another stunt. Oh, I don't have... I can't hit you. Okay, that's more damage than I'd like. I'm gonna need you to not do that much damage. Let's... oh, I can't pull you closer. And... where am I trying to get to? I'm trying to get down here, so I just need to head down the lower path. Correct. So it's divided, but it's not always divided exactly evenly. And I think it has to do with, like, who you kill. Like, how much each character, like, contributes, I think, affects, to some degree, the experience they get. Yeah, Swickery is strong. Once you get warriors set up, they're kind of scary. There's a Gorgon Sea Collar. I don't even know what that is, actually. But I do want to get Layla out of here because she is half dead, and I would prefer her to not be half dead. Jainoth, I'm going to have you stick around. If only I'd saved Whisper. If only I'd saved her Jamil's teleport ability. That would have been real useful here, but... I guess she also has her jumping sentinel. Goes through the positions of your members in the list on the side of the screen. Any extras just distributed down that list. Oh, I did not realize that. Interesting. You run. Yeah, the good news is we can just run out of here. Because all the enemies spawn up there, and I'm just not going to deal them. One class only Wildermyth runs incoming? Actually, that could be interesting. There are only 3. Although, I know this one... Usually they make you, like, not do that. Like, you have to choose one of each at the start. I'm not sure if you can, like, in like, a custom run... dictate if you do like a custom run rather than a story, I'm not sure if you can just say, oh, make everyone a mystic, because I said that could actually be interesting. Yeah, Wildermyth is really good. I'm playing it on stream because I wanted to show it off, but I have played I think just a little under 90 hours of it, so no, that axe is not useful to me. Goodbye, axe. Jainoth! So Bard. Once per combat as a swift action, grant plus 50 stunt. Chance to allies within 5 tiles for 1 turn. I feel like I'm just never going to remember to use that. So I think I'm just going to give him Quelling Moss for the extra poison. Because I don't really need through shot. Enemies are not usually standing in a line. Wisdom is fine, but not really essential. So we're going to give him Quelling Moss. Because poison's good. We left that canyon and cave behind, the enemy's treasure in our hands. We should be joyful, but we know a clash is coming. We've played a fair game so far, choosing our hills, but the game is long. Winning one hill doesn't decide anything. We can only hope this small victory buys us time. And we have reached another period of peace. 10 years of peace follows. Yeah, I don't know how many achievements I have. I never think to check that, but yeah, I've played a lot of it. It's such a good game. I love everything about it. Yeah, that is another thing, is I'm stunting so much with all the stunt I have. Wisdom is not essential. Wise words. Jamil fell for a shepherd she noticed in the hills. Hand in hand, they would follow the flocks for hours in contented silence. Turtle enjoyed spending time with the researchers of Falivia Gasworks. They shared an enthusiasm for shiny mysteries and a tendency to push limits. Layla and Janoth enjoyed talking about the old days over a campfire. Layla would pause sometimes and ask Janoth if they had done the best they could. Janoth always assured her that they had. Yes, this is a new profile I set up for the stream. So this is the first mission. Or it's the first campaign you can do. In the long and taskless days, Swickery learned smithcraft. Didn't come easy to him, but it gave him a private way to hammer out his history. Triumphs, terrors, and regrets. Fragments of himself he beat into the metal. Those who came to watch, and later to wield his work, felt safe thumbing the charms graven in his hafts and hilts. For a good stretch of her youth, Layla had made a habit of holding onto the old chains and trinkets she found in abandoned places, keeping them in a pouch by her side. One summer morning, out of the blue, she entrusted her whole collection to a local kid. Reached that age, I guess. Jamil's daughter has reached adventuring age. Dawn has joined Jeff's Frosters as a warrior. So yes, that's a thing that can happen. Sometimes your characters have children. And they join your party. Now we have a new warrior. Since she is considerably lower level, and this is only a 3-act campaign, she's probably going to be relegated to busy work. But just to keep it interesting, let's give her Stalwart. But who is the father? That farmer that we were just talking about, remember? Oh, also, apparently, I did forget, they do have, relationships. They don't always show up. So everyone's, to some degree friendly with each other. Actually, I don't know what are children? Okay, so children are friends. Okay. We don't know who Dawn's father is. She has one parent. Transformation. Do I want his leg to turn to stone? I don't think so, because it gives him more block than he loses in speed, and he doesn't actually need to move that. What? So yeah, we'll give him a gem leg. This would give her less health, but more speed. What is her health at now? Her health is at 10.8. So I can lose 0.2 health. Well, what's her speed at, actually? Her speed is at 4.7. Ooh, so plus 3 would give her 5 speed, and she won't actually lose health, so yes. Yes, we're at the shopping segment of the day. Turtle? I don't know why I clicked on you. I don't need you to have a better weapon. Let's go ahead. Oh, I definitely want Janoth to get a better bow. Because Janoth is my damage dealer. And I have enough to buy a tier 3 bow for him. And so I'm going to. Let's see. Do I have enough to get her a tier 3 spear? Yeah, but it would cost a lot of legacy points. Yeah, I don't think I've seen the full Vine transformation either. I think I've gotten the eye and then never done any more than that. I think the only transformation I've fully done is the lightning one that I don't have in this playthrough. Because I had a mystic character that I got lightning on and just went full lightning. So that's a no. What about you? Can I get you a better sword? I can get you a better sword. Let's get you a better sword. Shinier sword. What would better armor get you? Oh, it improves swashbuckler. Yeah. You stunt a lot. Would better armor help you? Armor and dodge. What about this? Speed, warding, accuracy, and bonus damage? Maybe I give him ocean scale. Yeah, full stone I imagine would be tanky. I went with the full lightning because the character also had whatever the teleporting ability is called. So they just teleported around the battlefield shooting things with lightning and dealing way too much damage. It was very fun. The transformations are always great. I enjoy them a lot. Yeah, we'll give him ocean scale because it makes him a little faster and improves his damage. That might be it as far as things we're gonna purchase for now. In theory, we'll get one more purchase before the final battle. Some storms batter compromise into combative neighbors. Grudges are no shelter in bitter weather. The rains had been falling for a full week, with brief interludes of tense massing clouds and dripping branches. Mountain snows melted and water roared from the heights. The seas whirled and rung at the shores, flung waves ever further. Rivers conquered their banks and marched wider, valleys turned to huge brackish lakes, lowland woods and the dams of dry times were swept away as creatures of all shapes and kinds sought escape from churning floods. You think our Ulstrix poisoned the weather after all this time? Why? How? With what? If the world gets any wetter, it'll dissolve like a whacked meatloaf. You have a theory? I've seen things in the wild, stuff you can't explain, and oh, someone at the door. The strange party of visitors begs a fire. They appear to be on edge here in a common dwelling, and also very soggy. Arnon, you say we're natural allies. Care to explain? The haggard man behind the horns, calling himself Arnon, takes a long breath and turns to address Layla and the rest. Ask my wife. She sent me. Can you believe that? At my advanced age? I grew up here in Crestel, you know? It looks different. His two underlings shift and resettle their garments as they dry out. Must be about the flooding. Yeah? You know why No? Everyone knows. It's those tentaclasts. The gorgons. They bring ruin on us all. Which gorgons? They're blue. That checks out, but I mean, who's there? The gorgons are flooding the world. They've set it in motion and it can't be stopped. Almost. How? None of this should be possible. I mean, the rain, the melt, the sea. You're right, it shouldn't be. The great balance should be unassailable, but somehow they've thrown it over. So the torrents fall, the seas thrash, the soil seeps black down our warrens. It is Ulstrix. I knew it would be. Ulstrich? No, it's the gorgons, I'm saying. The beasts have our warren hemmed in. My wife's inside, dry and warm. You need to talk to her. Hemmed in, but you slipped by them? That's why it had to be me. I'm a master at looping the light. I tend to be missed. You do sound extremely married. I wish there was more of your story I believed. It's not a long or difficult story, is it? He certainly gives us an option. A strange one, but this weather, these floods, what else can we go on? If you want to watch the world sink beneath a rising sea, watch all land things perish, then you're exactly where you need to be. But if you see sense... Arnon thuds a lump of soaked fabric on the table. Here's a... Oh, it's wet. I mean, it's a map. Sorry, it's dry. Follow the map, come to our warren. There learn for yourselves how you can deflect this drowning doom and these lands all save. The shadows deepen. All monster groups will draw an extra monster card in every battle. And we have arrived at chapter 3, but sadly, it is 9 o'clock, which means it is time to conclude the stream. I was hoping to finish this campaign in this stream, which is obviously not going to happen. These are autosaves, we'll save here. So I will have to make a decision about maybe doing a short stream at some point, just to finish this campaign, because it feels bad to not finish it. But I also have to call it, because it's 9 o'clock, and I'm tired. So yeah, I may post something on the community tab of something, I don't know, maybe Saturday? I could finish it next Wednesday. I was gonna start whatever won the poll, but maybe I'll finish this and then jump into that. I don't know. I'll have to think on it. At some point, I would like to finish this one run on stream, and then that will have given me a better idea of how long these take. I kind of thought it would take a little less time, but that's okay. So look forward to that on the community tab. I'll post something to let people know when I'm going to do that. Just a short little stream of probably like an hour and a half to finish this up. But anyway, thanks everybody for hanging out. Hope everybody enjoyed Wildermyth. If it looks interesting to you, I encourage you to check it out. It is a very fun game that I heartily recommend. But glad everybody seemed to be having fun, and have a safe trip home, everybody.